know how they like it, baby. Nigga, you can't retire.
1980 through 88. I don't stop rapping like my first tapes. When I was broke, I used to sell them instantly. One look, you could tell it was the pimp in me. In 89, I went on tour with Easy-E. A bunch of fine bitches trying to sleep with me. Every night, sold out, turning young hoes out. Tell a baby, no doubt, stick this dick in your mouth. I smoked a lot of weed, I said a lot of rhymes. Always fuck other niggas, bitches all the time. Now I'm riding on 20s wearing nice clothes. But ain't nothing like pimping hoes and riding Vogues. I live a good life. In my pursuit of happiness, I'm so glad to get to the point of having this opportunity for you and me to pass it on. 2 years ago, I thought it'd be my last song.
Me, Squeaky, Flex, and Jay on Saratoga Street. Smoking white boys, bumping dope fiend beats. 88, my pockets wasn't straight, but I was making it. Niggas like Lil' Tim was out there ballin', selling cakes and shit. I was right there on Lamont Circle, writing raps, all about my snaps, trying to put Ball and G on the map. Nowadays I own my shit and bone bad bitches, kicking it with rich niggas and Rovers and Candy Sixes, delivering hot shit like Pizza Hut for them hardcore thugs. Niggas who pimp bitches and hit the highway with them drugs. Feel my flow, mix it in with your chronic, man. Shout dog, I don't know why you tried to leave this game. State to state, plenty hoes and plenty money to make. Writing raps, making more than them niggas moving weight. The game been good to me and I know that motherfucker bless you. Thanks for passing game, now let's get out here and make this loot.
I won't stop rapping, I don't stop rapping. I got too much money, bitch, I can't stop rapping.
We some presidential players with money by the layers. Ain't nothing you broke ass niggas do that can fade us.
I won't stop rapping, I don't stop rapping. I got too much money, bitch, I can't stop rapping.
I drive fast cars, see lunch by lakes, and meet 100 different bitches when I drop new tapes. I had to sacrifice, get things right in this rap life. I paid my dues, learn how to crawl before I walk. Then I learned how to tie my shoe. Try and crime, but it just didn't work for me. Matter of fact, it did the worst for me. In the eyes of God, being weak when times get hard, it can only do hurt to me. So I sucked up my peer pressure and my pride, and realized that this rap shit was gonna help me to survive, stay alive. Go with the flow, but don't be no motherfucking fool. Hell, this music thing is all I got. I ain't make straight A's in school, and I ain't wind up to be dumber, nigga, only to be different. So all the shit that you think we are, the shit that we isn't. When you raised up where I come from, to make it out is a blessing. Cause half the cats where I come from don't let learn they lessons. My first love, even before I had a daughter or a lady, was rapping. Sweet lyrics, I love you, my baby. MJG, what you see on TV is fame, but the rap I let loose almost anything. I love this game.
I won't stop rapping, I don't stop rapping. I make too much money, bitch, I can't stop rapping. I live the fast life of an MC, and I sell a lot of records making pimp beats. I could do a show tonight and make 10 G's. Fuck till the morning, sleep late and smoke weed. 3 cars in my garage, truck in the driveway. I always get my dick sucked on the highway.
My way, pimp till I die. Fuck a hoe, unless that hoe is breaking me off some dough to hit the studio, blowing. Niggas ain't knowing how far this shit is going. I wrote all my shit, but niggas always talking about what I owe them. But I'm gon' show them real niggas stand on their own 10 toes. So I'ma make all the money and try my best to fuck all these hoes. Friend or foe, a bitch a hoe, rich or po, 8 ball got flow.
Here comes the one they call the P.I.M.P. Never will retire, the tree high. Green leaf helps me to get higher. 8 ball and MJG, 2 shot, we all must be the pimps of the industry. Shit people pretend to be. Fuck, so why should we settle down? Leave the kitchen, put the kettle down. Stop revealing all you hoes. Give up the life of truth and bows. Hell no, it ain't gon' happen. This shit too thick. So I hooked up with my Conrad so we can all get rich, nigga.
I won't stop rapping, I don't stop rapping. I got too much money, bitch, I can't stop rapping.
We some presidential players with money by the layers. Ain't nothing you broke ass niggas do that can.
Here comes the one they call the P.I.M.P. Never want to retire, the tree-eyed green leaf. Help me to get higher. 8 ball and MJG. 8 ball, we must be the pimps of the industry. Woo, boy. That's that thing there, boy. Oh, man.
Can y'all see me? I know you can hear me, but can you see me? Uh-oh, we might got some technical difficulties. Can y'all hear me and see me? But y'all can hear me though, right? Can y'all hear me? Oh yeah. Now I'm in the building. Ain't nobody put me up on nothing, homeboy. I'm a real so real talk, man. Back in the day. Oh, Jason decided he gonna join us today. Wow. Wow. Isn't that
I knew you were
amazing?
gonna come with that stuff.
What?
I knew you were gonna come with some BS that you've been spewing for the last few shows I ain't been on because of moving and whatnot.
Hey. Now, let me finish saying what I was going to say. So, many of you don't know this, but, don't let the suave fool you, the polish fool you.
Here we go.
The intelligence fool you, the ability to articulate myself in a way that you have not seen a boxing content creator articulate themselves. I am, like Stephen A says, he's from Hollis, Queens. I am from Carver Shores, Orlando, Florida. I am as gangster as they come. I just happen to be extremely intelligent as well with an IQ of 125. It has already been proven. Therefore, I have the ability to not only articulate myself, but also I am a gangster as well, Jay. Ain't that right, brother?
If you say so, man.
Man, don't hate, brother. Don't hate. You already know my gangster.
If you say so, you're a gangster. Okay.
Jay, you see me beat people up. You've seen me beat people up. You've seen me kick ass. Still not smarter than a fifth grader. Okay. So you say.
Man. He just can't beat up a fifth grader. Remember, he can't beat up a fifth grader.
So you say. So you say. So you all say. It's a lot of people that hate me. It's a lot of haters. I understand there's a lot of haters. I accept all the hate. And I'm going to tell y'all something. The only reason Jason is on this program right now is to wear that funky ass hat that he has on currently. That's the only reason he came on today. To wear that ugly ass, stink ass, funky ass hat. That's the only reason he's on today.
Why you gotta be like that, bro?
Bruh, I don't just whoop feet.
I ain't even say nothing about the game. And you coming attacking me up for no reason, man.
Anyway. Yeah, there's nobody that put me up on old school music, man. That's all the stuff I listened to back in the day. I hope it doesn't offend any of the ladies. Barbara D, my girl Devian Trotty. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I was just a young gangster back in the day, so that's just what I used to listen to. One of these days, I'll put you guys up on some of the R&B music I used to listen to as well. I listened to a plethora of that when I used to be doing my thing back in the day, pulling all the ladies, Jason, I used to be doing that too.
Hold up, before we do any type of R&B, we gotta put a disclaimer out. We're not responsible for if the population is added from y'all having something in 9 months or not, because the R&B that we listen to and the stuff that we is gonna be fire. I'm just telling y'all that now.
I should do my thing when I should be out in there, boy. Doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say what I was doing, but you know what I was doing. I was doing my thing. They used to say something, Jay. My old apartment back, it was on Appalachia Street. Ask Ryan. Ryan know about this. If Ryan in the comment section, he know. I was 58-0. In 1999, I was 58-0, Jay. 58 came, and they all got knocked. I won't call them knocked out. They got knocked down. Okay? I ain't going.
50. That sounds like Miami Hurricane home record. You said 58-0, man. That's the record they got. That's the record in college football for most home games consecutive in a row. Most wins. That's all.
Anyway, let's go ahead and jump to what we want to talk about, man. Some boxing. I'm being what they call it mannish. You remember back in the day when they used to call it, I don't know if is that a Florida term when they say mannish?
I think it is.
I think that's a Florida term. Jason, you should know about that, mannish. I think I'm being mannish. Thank you, Barbara D. All right, so let's jump into this, man. We got our first topic is Tim Bradley talking about Gervonta Davis, and no, it's Southern, so that's a Southern term. Okay, Team Gill, it's not like you from the South, man. Aren't you from up north? I'm pretty sure you from up north. You're not Southern. All right, so Tim Bradley talked a little bit about Gervonta Davis, and we've been talking about Tank. And I don't know what's going on, Jason, and I want to share this with the people that are on the channel. It's imperative that you support the channel. You go and you smash the like button. I just feel like there's certain content creators right now. And I did not know you were from North Carolina. Okay, my bad. I'm screwing up. I know you got a New York number, so I assume you were from New York. But I feel like certain content creators are being throttled, Jason. Like, I see content that we putting out there that clearly, when you look at the metrics associated with the content, the click-through rate, I know you guys don't know what click-through rate means. It's YouTube content or metrics, right? But click-through rate means how many people, when they saw your video, they clicked on it. For any content, anything that's over 10% is outrageously high, right? But even anything like over 8% is still really good, right? AM Sports Media, we average probably in the first couple of hours, we probably average over 12%. Sometimes our videos are at 15 and 17%. Yet YouTube has this process of actually testing videos and sharing it with certain people. And our videos are not being shared, which means they're throttling our videos, and there's no real reason why. So if you have a high click-through rate and you have a high retention rate, maybe I shouldn't be sharing this. They might throttle the videos even more now. But if you have a high click-through rate and a high retention rate means your video is above a certain amount. So if people stay for your videos 50% or higher, that's a high retention rate. A high click-through rate and a high retention rate means you have a quality video. YouTube should share it. YouTube is not sharing certain content creators' videos right now, which is odd. So we need your support. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you share the videos. Make sure you support the channel because they're not sharing our videos as they should. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. They tripping. Okay, just wanted to make sure I put that out there. All right. So Gervonta Davis. What are we talking about?
Tim Bradley.
Gervonta Davis and Tim Bradley. Okay. So, So Gervonta Davis, there's been a lot of narratives out there associated with Gervonta Davis here recently as it relates to Jake Paul, and he has, this fight scheduled with Jake Paul. And Jay, I know you haven't been on and had the opportunity to speak to this, so I give you an opportunity to talk to it as well. But my feelings on the Jake Paul fight, and I have mixed feelings about it, right? I'm critical of Gervonta Davis for taking this fight because I don't think it's the right time for him to take the fight. I think he has the opportunity to always make this fight with Jake Paul. And, with Tank making the comments about retiring, I think Tank is one of the most gifted fighters we've seen in the last 10 years. I'm talking about athletically. I'm talking about power. I'm talking about skill set. I think Tank brings pretty much everything to the ring. And so when you see a fighter like Gervonta Davis with all those skills, you want to see how high and how far he can take it. At the same time, I completely understand his unwillingness to be in the sport for very long because the sport is very damaging to your body, right? And when the dust settles, when the cheers are gone, when you're no longer in the ring, a lot of times the fans move on to the next fighter, right? So I completely understand that. So you got to get the money when you can't get the money. So that's the counter argument, right? Go ahead and take the Jake Paul fight. I just think the way that Tank handled it was poor. Like dissing your fans, saying, people that have long supported you and just saying, hey man, once this Jake Paul fight is done, you got to go get that lit back from Lamont and cursing them guys out. And, Ray Jackson has been a longtime supporter of Gervonta Davis. He's going off on them, and you can't do that, man. Yeah, A-side. You can't go off on the people that support you, man, just because they don't. Yeah, Tank has always been going off on people about meat eating certain fighters, but it seems like he just wants you to meat eat him, and that can't be the case. So, I see both angles. But the narrative out there about him being scared of Shakur Stevenson, I never understood that, right? You've heard
That's wild.
you've heard my comments on this, right? What is Shakur going to do, right? Is it possible that Shakur can beat Gervonta Davis? Sure, Shakur is a very talented fighter. Of course, he could possibly beat Gervonta Davis. But what is he going to do? Defense him to death? Like, what is there to be? What is there to be afraid of? Like, no, seriously, Jay. Like, what is there to be afraid of? Like, I can't hit you, so I'm afraid that I can't hit you. Like, what is there to be afraid of? Like, if I'm going to get paid a bunch of money to go in there and it's challenging and hit a guy, so what? So, like, the fear thing has never been. And Tim Bradley spoke to Tank has nuclear weapons in his hands, in his right and his left, right? Nuclear weapons. He's coming in there with nukes. These guys are coming in there with missiles. So why would he be afraid? He's not afraid to fight Shakur Stevenson. He's not afraid to fight, what's the other kid's name? Keyshawn Davis. He's not afraid to fight anybody at 135. He's not afraid to fight those guys, right? Like, there's no reason for him to be afraid to fight those guys. I think number one, I think Tank is going through some personal demons. I don't want to call it mental health. Yeah, I don't want to call it mental health challenges, right? But I think he's kind of spoken to it. And when you say mental health, sometimes people think that you're trying to dog the person. I'm not trying to dog him. He's just kind of spoken to it himself. So I think he's going through those types of challenges. And I think those challenges materialize, or you see them or you see him in his reactions to fans, right? That's the only thing to me that makes sense. It's like that, those mental challenges, that mental pressure that occurs and arises, and that's the way that he reacts to it, in my opinion. So, what's your thoughts on that whole situation, Tim Bradley's perspective on it, and whether or not Gervonta Davis is scared of anybody at 135 pounds?
No, I agree with that. Even Shakur said they're not scared of each other. And that's his biggest adversary. That's his biggest rivalry right now would be Shakur Stevenson at 135. Shakur even said that he's not afraid of Shakur. So I just think I don't like that Tank's kind of doing like the Canelo Alvarez portion of it by saying, I'm not going to give you a payday type deal. I don't like when he says that. I can't stand when he says he disrespects fans. I didn't like it when Shakur did it. When Shakur said F the fans. So I'm not going to like it when Tank does it neither, just because I'm a Tank fan. We got to keep it a buck. He needs to do, we want to see him fight better fighters. We definitely want to see that happen. He fought Roach. It was a draw. I was the first one to say you got to run it back. I believe it was set to run it back until the situation happened outside the boxing ring for him. Also, I believe they had already kind of signed that set up for him and Jake Paul, which is why Jake Paul was going to step into the ring after that Roach fight. But since it was a draw, he didn't go in there because the optics would look horrible. They still look bad for that fight, but no one can be really mad. Like Tim said, if Jake's going to offer you $150 million or $50 million to fight in the U.S. for an exhibition, you're going to take that money. Everyone is. Now, do I agree with the fight? Hell no. I still want the Roach match first, then Shakur. That's how I wanted it, but it ain't happening that way. Tank said before this fight here, he's probably done because he wants to get help. He says he can't get help. He can't fight if he gets help. Basically, he says it's going to kind of like, take the edge off. So, I mean, he needs to figure out what he's going to do, but he's going to get that money right now. I said the same thing with Canelo. If they're going to do fights like this and they hold the belt, let the belt go. Don't hold up the weight class. Don't hold up, that sanctioning body. That's what I don't like about it. I can't stand the fact that he did say F the fans or whatever he said about the fans and going at his number one supporters on Twitter and A-Side and Ray Jack, who was 24/7 talking about Tank in a positive manner, and they just kept it real. He didn't like it. That ain't cool, Tank. You got to do better, young man. Got to do better.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm going to be honest with you, man. Like, that's the biggest thing about Tank that I didn't like, dude. I get the feeling that, man, these dudes, they got to stop with the AI stuff, man. They really got to stop with the AI stuff. I'm sorry, this is some ring thing that's on here that I just saw. I was going to pull up the next thing from, I'm sorry, I got distracted. But that's the biggest thing for me with Tank, man. It's my belief that Tank seems to only have an issue with meat eating when the meat eating is not his meat. that's my only issue with Tank, man. It's like, you know, and many of the people that follow boxing, right? Because I see people in the Discord. We got younger people in the Discord. Shout out to ASVP TV, Bival, Fabrizio. These guys are in their 20s. I think 17. I can't remember his whole name. They're in their 20s, right? So people like me, you, Jason Williams, Barbara D, Team Gill. I think we're older. I think NHA Tube, just based off of like the way that he talks, I think we're older, right? So we come from a different generation, right? We're less sensitive, in my opinion, right? We don't like disrespect, like outward disrespect, but at the same time, we're less sensitive, right? So for instance, we grew up in an era where, you know, your mama and your daddy will call you stupid, right? You get the taste slapped out of your mouth. You get cracked on. You better learn how to crack on the way home from school, because you get cracked on the entire time. I don't know if people call it snap today, or I think the generation before us call it the Joneses, right? Or maybe crack is a Florida term, but we used to call it cracking, right? Yeah. So, but we weren't as sensitive, right? So like somebody come in the comment section and they make a joke about me, I don't care unless it becomes nothing but the jokes, right? Like if all you do is come and say, make jokes, then of course there's a problem, right? But if you are making fun of someone, or you are critical of me or something like that, man, that doesn't bother me, because that's just a part of life, right? Particularly when you put your thoughts, your opinions, you make yourself a public figure. And I wouldn't say we're public figures, but I mean, we're putting ourselves out there, right? But this younger generation, man, they're so sensitive about everything, and you must be completely loyal to. I mean, to an extent where it's like, good God, man, what are you talking about? Like, I don't have to agree with every single thought that you have. Like, no.
It'd be nice when you say something to him, though. Think about how Shakur was after his fight prior to Padley. When everyone's, even with Padley, actually it was Padley fight, they were like, Roy Jones and Bud, like, go ahead, you should have got rid of him, pretty much, in so many words. When they said it, he was like, okay. Everyone else said it. It's the way they said it. They didn't say it right. They hurt my feelings pretty much. I'm like, come on, man. Everyone said the same thing that Roy and Bud said. You should have got rid of Padley earlier in that fight. You should have taken him out, no problem. But they're sensitive. This day and age, they're just different, man. They're built differently. And honestly, some of them probably could be our kids, and it's our generation fault. we coddle them too much, you know. So that we gotta take accountability for that as well. But they gotta get thicker skin, man. They gotta get thicker skin. And I think Shakur and Tank and them, they're excellent fighters. But man, the way they
I'm not old enough to be Tank Daddy, nigga. What are you talking about? I ain't old enough to be Tank Daddy.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I may have been old enough to have a child, but I'm not old enough to be his parent.
Exactly.
Dude, what are you talking about? I was a teenager when he was born. What are you talking about?
You could have, what you said you were doing out there?
That was in college. That was in college.
Liar.
That was in college. I was pure until I was like 22.
Yeah. Keep drinking.
Anyway, so yeah, dude. But these guys got you can't be as sensitive, and I don't like that, man, because I'm not going to agree. I tell people all the time when they come to the channel, Jay, you're gonna like some of the stuff I say. You're not gonna like some of the stuff I say. If you somebody that agrees with, you want to agree with everything I say, then this isn't the channel for you. I saw a guy that was on here that got that right at the end of the show, Jay. I said that I had an issue with Deion Sanders, and he said that was his cue to unsubscribe. And I said, go ahead. That's your deal. Let me explain, because there's a reason why I don't like Deion Sanders, and it has nothing to. No. My issue with Deion Sanders is way before Travis Hunter. Okay, so let's talk about it. And I'm sorry this is off of boxing, but it's gonna take 2 minutes because I didn't get a chance to even react to this because it was right at the end of the show. I was getting ready to log off. Everybody knows I'm a Florida State graduate, right? Right? Ooh. Yeah, you can yawn all you want to, man, you bubblehead son bitch. I'm a graduate from Florida State. And you are not a graduate of the cap that you got on your head. Now,
22. Where else did you graduate from?
I'm about to go there. You are not a graduate of the cap that's on your head. You are not affiliated. You are not a graduate. You are nothing, boy. You are nothing. Okay.
But they won.
You just a fan. That's fine.
I'm a fan that won. I'm a fan of the team that won.
That's fun. That's fine. It's different.
You said 2 minutes.
It's different. It's different when like if you were a fellow alumni, like you were an alumni from Miami, and then we can have a conversation. It's like my squad versus your squad, but it's my squad versus a fan. But anyway,
okay. Squad sucks. Get to your point.
But I am also a graduate of Florida A&M University. Goddamn you. Okay? And I felt like Deion went to the HBCUs, used his clout to basically bully and beat us down, and then moved on, right? And so I had a problem with that. I was pissed about that. That's my issue with Deion Sanders, because he was beating down our squad using his clout to do it. He's also a graduate of Florida. Yeah, our squad. In HBC.
First time I heard you say our and FAMU.
It was always our squad. I always represent. I always represent. Now back to the point that I was making. So that's my issue with Deion. So some people gonna agree, some people are not gonna agree. This is in this place for you if you can't tolerate difference of opinions. All right, man. Let's go to the next topic. And this is one that's probably gonna piss some other folks off, because I found this to be funny. Jay. Have you seen this yet?
Which one?
This thing that Lamont Roach did. I found it funny. Some people here are not going to find this funny. So Lamont Roach, who is Lamont Roach fighting next? Do you know?
Pitbull Cruz.
He's fighting Pitbull Cruz. So he did something that I found to be funny that I'm going to share here in a few minutes. He promoted the fight in a way that I thought was pretty funny. And he ripped Tank. He ripped, in my opinion, he dissed Shakur Stevenson as well, but it was a slick diss. And I don't think people even picked up on a slick diss. They're like, he didn't say nothing about Shakur. Actually, he did. He slick dissed him. He dissed Gary Russell. And he dissed Pitbull. So I'm going to play this here because I want us to react to it, because I thought it was entertaining. And I want to see if other people pick up on the slick diss. I know many people who are Shakur Stevenson, like Pork Chop, aka ASVP TV, a known jizzer, right? He likes to take the jizz of his favorite fighter and rub it all up in here. That's him. He's a known jizzer. So I know he won't see it, but we gonna go there anyway, right? So let me share it real quick. Okay, so he got it on his Twitter. All right, so let's play it.
Hi guys.
Hi. He really should have worked with me on his audio. Like, the audio is not great here. It's not good.
Welcome to the Reaper's Table at Diet Supper Club. My name is Jay. I'm going to be taking care of you guys tonight. Got water. Here is your menu.
And why you not on the menu?
I'm not for sale.
Oh, I wasn't paying for that shit.
Ain't nothing in here free.
Hey, what's up with this old man special?
Oh, that's the Gary Russell Jr.
Oh.
This rare occasion food, it only comes once or twice a year, and it comes with very brittle hands, short arms. But this meal is very perfectly paired with a big ass mouth, and it's the easiest catch of the season.
Fuck no, I don't want that shit. Nah, we good.
So what about the unicorn dish?
Well, baby, this one is for the big girls. If I was you, I wouldn't bite off more than I could chew.
More than I could chew.
Hold on. I done seen this before, and I heard about what's going on right here. We're gonna leave that alone right there.
Cause I could chew it.
No, just look.
This is the real deal.
All right, look, we're gonna skip the appetizers, right? We're gonna go straight to the main course, cause that's why we really here.
Okay.
What do you recommend?
Well, most people that come in here, they like the Brick City silver platter, but you look like a big dog, so I think I would recommend the gourmet duck. You want to know what's in that?
Please, let me know.
So the gourmet duck, it comes fried, heavily salted, greasy, and a little sassy, but it also has a side of a female dog, so you might like that.
Fuck that dog. Come on, man. Nah, I mean, for real. I mean, what else you got, man? Fuck that. That shit ain't about nothing.
Well, the dog catcher special, it's a traditional Mexican dish. It's served on a bed of quicksand. It doesn't move, and it's an easy target to pick apart for your liking.
Hey, look, fool, that do sound nice. You hear me? I add another notch on my belt, if you get what I'm saying? Or I can bring the belt out to him. It just, I don't know. What do you think? I think that's a nice choice.
Well, I really like that option for you. That's one of my personal faves. But whatever you think is best for you on this, I think you can handle it.
I'm going to go with the dog catcher special right here. And December 6th, live from San Antonio, Texas, I will be fighting Isaac Pitbull Cruz on pay-per-view for the WBC intern lightweight champion of the world.
So I thought it was pretty entertaining. The audio was pretty bad in the sense that you could hear different music in the background going from here to there. I was like, come on, man, you got to do a little bit better than that. But outside of that, I thought it was pretty entertaining. He dissed Tank pretty significantly. Dissed Pitbull Cruz. And the thing about it is, I thought he dissed Shakur too. And the reason why I said he dissed Shakur is because he said the Brick City special, a lot of people like it, but you seem to be a big dog. So you will probably like instead this, right? If you're saying that, a lot of people like this, but you're a big dog, that means that you would like something better than that, right? And then they put Tank in front of him. That's a diss, bro. It's a slick diss. Shakur up there laughing about it. Dude, you got slick diss. What are you talking about? So I thought it was entertaining. I'll be curious to see if Tank responds to it. I haven't seen anything on Twitter yet. But it was an interesting way to promote his fight. Nothing wrong with that. Jay, what's your thoughts on it? Because I know it's the first time you had the opportunity to see it.
Yeah, Lamont's entertaining to me. I mean, I'm glad he's moving on. You know, he was definitely pushing, the whole Tank thing for a while before Tank signed, announced that he was fighting Jake Paul and everything. So I'm glad Lamont moving on. I actually like Lamont. I like his whole camp. I met his pops earlier this year, whatnot. And everything, like his pops, like the whole camp way they move and everything. So it's gonna be big. I think it's been a good fight for him, especially in San Antonio. San Antonio has a big population of boxing fans, and especially Mexican fans over there. So I think it's gonna be a good fight. I don't know about pay-per-view now. I think they're gonna have to definitely stack the card and make it seem good enough for a pay-per-view card on that. But no, it's cool. Now I just don't want him to have to keep going back talking about Tank anymore now. He's moved on. He has a fight set up. That's what your folks should be on. Don't entertain people talking about Tank, or don't you bring up Tank in this way here, because then it's gonna really seem like you're using Tank name to help promote your fight over and over again.
Well, I mean, he is. And let's be real. Let's be real. What fighter doesn't?
Doesn't mean I don't have to like it. Regardless, I didn't.
I agree.
I didn't like it with Keyshawn. So I'm asking. I'm saying the same thing about Roach as I would about Keyshawn and the Kerr.
Listen, Bud Crawford did it with Errol. He did it with Canelo. We'll see what he does now because he's saying that he's the face of boxing. So we'll see what he does now. But Shakur did it with Tank. Haney did it with Tank.
Everybody did it with Tank.
I mean,
Pause.
they all do. Hey man, we got. Hey, you know what? Let's start with the pause stuff, okay? Okay, this isn't what's their show called? Cameron and Mace. What's their show called? We ain't them. We ain't them. Okay, we grown men. Okay, I don't know where this pause culture came from, because we ain't used to do all this. Okay, hey, we ain't gay. Okay, we both married. Okay, we already know. Okay, we ain't got to do all that. Okay, no more pauses. Okay, so now if you want to say they all did it in the tank, you can say they all did it in the tank without a pause. They all did it in the tank, the hard and long way. Okay, now go ahead, man.
Oh
Go do your
man,
thing,
oh,
man.
damn it.
So
Yeah.
all this pause stuff, man. I'm so sick of that. Finish your thought, man.
Go ahead, man. You interrupted me, so you threw me off, man.
You always thrown off, man. You can't remember nothing.
No, you can't either.
Oh, I remember everything. As long as there's no yak involved.
Man, y'all don't gotta be involved. You forget everything.
No. I remember everything as long as ain't no yak involved.
Use a lie.
I haven't lost my train of thought not one time since we've been on here, because I'm not drinking any yak. All I'm drinking is this good, organic, simple truth, gut stuff that helps me. I haven't lost my train of thought not one time.
25 minutes. Great for you.
Man, shut your monkey ass up. Oh man.
Monkey ass and shit.
Because you just said something slick, so you deserve to be a monkey ass, you monkey ass. All right, ASVP TV just hit us with the $1.99, man. Appreciate you, man. Hold up. Yeah. Didn't Diddy pick up Tank? Didn't Diddy pick up Tank? What does that even mean?
What did he say after that?
What did he say after that? I don't see anything else he said after that.
Didn't Diddy pick up Tank? Pause.
No, I didn't even know what that meant, man. That's just a symbol. What?
That's the pause symbol, man.
Anyway, man, let's keep moving. Anything else, man, you got on this particular topic? Lamont Roach and Gervonta Davis.
No, that saga ended, man. That shit's over with. Unfortunately, I was one of the first people to come out here after that fight happened. I was like, they need to rerun it back. They need to run it back.
You don't think they're gonna ever run it back? Is that what you're saying when you say it's over? You don't think they're gonna run it back?
I don't think so. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Not the way Tank is right now after this fight here. Think about it. If he gets 50 million, 100 million, whatever it is going to be, he's going to come back to fight Lamont Roach. Unless Roach gets rid of Pitbull Cruz, it's not going to make that fight more profitable for
him. Say it again. So,
unless Roach beats Pitbull Cruz, if Roach loses Pitbull, it definitely ain't going to happen. Roach beats Pitbull and he dominates Pitbull, stops Pitbull or anything like that, then it might be worthwhile as far as money wise, because then he'll try to get more money for that fight. But after making a lot of money like he is with Jake, I don't see it happening, man. Not the way Tank's moving right now from a mental standpoint.
I just put a poll out there. I'm curious to see what the people say. We got 47 people in the building right now too. And we got 21 likes, guys. Make sure you smash the like button. Let's see. And right now, 67%, but it's only 6 votes. 7 votes now. 75% saying Roach.
Hey, right Team now. Gill, man, you ain't right for that.
What Team Gill said? What he said?
He said, Jason, it's 15 million. He can't read. He thinks it's 150 million.
Why Team Gill hate? Team Gill hates. He hates Tank. He hates Jerron Ennis. And I don't understand what. Well, actually, I do. Because he's a fan of. Well, hold up. He hates Devin Haney, too. No, he hates Jerron Ennis because he loves Terence Crawford, and he knows that Jerron Ennis will beat Terence Crawford, or at least he's fearful of it. So that's why he hates Boots.
You put retire on that poll.
I don't know why he hates though. Why does he hate? Because he hates Devin Haney too, and I don't
like Haney.
He don't like Haney.
No, he said not Haney.
He don't like Haney. He don't like Haney. So I don't know what's going on there.
Too about Tank not planning to retire. I think Fanon mentioned it. I don't know if Tank mentioned it on Twitter or where that came from, but I saw Fanon mention that Tank and his team pretty much said that he's not retiring after this Jake Paul fight.
Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. If he isn't retiring, then that'll be good.
One of those fights that you post, I'm good with. I'm good with either one of them fights. But with Shakur supposedly still in talks for the last month and a half or whatever with T.O., the fight in January, February, March, April, November, January, whenever he's going to fight. You know, who knows on that. So it might be Roach. Especially, like I said, if Roach look good against Pitbull, it'll make sense because then it's going to make the intrigue and the excitement and anticipation of that fight even bigger. You know, some people thought that Roach won anyway. And then for him to fight a fighter that Tank had issues with, even though Tank had a messed up hand, it'd be something serious. It'd be nice.
Man, I just don't like when people wish bad on these fighters, man. You don't see me wishing bad on any fighters, man. I don't wish no fighter go broke. I don't wish no fighter go broke. I want all these fighters to live and be millionaires, be rich, regardless of how they moved. I want Canelo to be rich forever. I want Floyd to be rich forever. Deontay Wilder. Even the fighters that I have not necessarily cared for, like Manny Pacquiao or Shakur Stevenson. You know, I'm a Bud Buddy now. Hell, we both got our package in the mail. Got my membership. We got our dues. We got our due. Yep. Got the t-shirts. We got our memberships. We got the rules and regulations. Everything, man.
I did violate one. I didn't read the full package, so I think I violated one. You know, last week. So I apologize. You know.
Yeah. All good, man. Bud Buddy's here.
Oh my God.
All right, man. What's the next topic, dude? All right, let's go to it.
Oops.
Oh man, let's see. Man, what are these guys talking about, man? Yes, LaJessica, we read the rules and regulations. I mean, we're gonna violate the glazing, right? I'm not a glazer. I'm sorry, I cannot glaze like some of you are. Okay, section 75, paragraph 2, section C, where it talks about incessant glazing. I can't do it. I can't do that. Sorry. But outside,
there's every time emails all the time for violating that rule.
Mm-hmm. But outside of that, I can't do it. Can't do that one. Outside of that, man, I'm a bud. Okay. My level on my membership, it says logical and sane. Many of your levels say glaze. Okay. So it is what it is. All right, man. Let's talk about this topic here. They don't pay no extra. They receive though. They receive. All right, man. Let's jump into this topic, man. This is one that we gotta tread. We gotta be delicate, okay? We gotta tread water here. Definitely entry level. No glaze allowed. All right. So Terence Crawford did an interview, Jay, with what's my boy name? I done lost his name.
Andre Ward.
Yeah, Andre Ward. Did an interview with Andre Ward, All the Smoke podcast. And for the most part, I thought the interview was fine. One of the things that I've always disliked about Terence Crawford, and it directly conflicts with, my Bud Buddy membership, but all the PBC talk and the being block talk and the victim talk, man, just, damn, man, just stop. You just told us that you are the man, that everybody wants to fight you now. So let's stop talking about who supposedly blocked you. Nobody blocked you. You chose to stay with a promoter that was unable to deliver a fight for you. You even sued the promoter. So how can you then say that PBC blocked you? By virtue of you suing, it disqualifies the statement that they blocked you. Because if they blocked you by virtue of them blocking you, then that means that the promoter is not liable then. Like, what are you talking about? So those things right there, I just don't like. But the rest of it was fine outside of this particular thing. Okay, and this was well, let me back up, because I think there is a Bud Buddy rule. I need to make sure that I hit Terence Crawford with all the superlatives first. Terence Crawford is amazing. Yeah, Terence Crawford is an amazing human being. He is a perfect man. He is a great father. He is a great husband / boyfriend / whatever he is. He is one of the, if not the greatest fighter of all time. He will beat
a minimum of 7.
Yes, he will beat any fighter at 168 or below. And quite possibly, he could beat David Benavidez, maybe even Alexander Usyk. If it's on the right day, you could possibly do it. Bud is a humanitarian. He's Omaha finest. Quite frankly, impossible. Yeah, I'm going for extra credit. He could have possibly played for the Nebraska Huskies, or what are they called? Huskers? Corn Huskers. And it's possible that he could have gone to the NFL. Quite frankly, Bud Crawford can do all things athletically, and he is an incredible chess player. Okay, so I hit him with all the superlatives.
You got one, miss one. He could have had a gold medal in the Olympics for wrestling too.
Yes. And he could have been a WWE champion. Absolutely. Now that I've hit him with all the superlatives, what he said about Boots Ennis and Vergil Ortiz, technically, let's talk about this, because we had a discussion in the Discord, and I want to make sure that I frame my comments correctly. Gervonta Ennis was never ranked number 1 by the WBO. Vergil Ortiz was. He was ranked number 2. Technically, anybody that's ranked by the WBO technically can petition to become mandatory. Technically, there's literally no guarantee that they will make you the mandatory. No guarantee whatsoever. This whole notion that he went the WB or the IBF route versus the WBO, and I did something on this. The IBF, and shout out to Pork Chop, hit us with the $1.99. You forgot one. He is samurai now. Okay. He's a samurai as well. So the IBF actually put him in an eliminator to move him to the mandatory. The WBO did not. That is a fact. Not only that, to be quite honest with you, at the point in which they were number 1 and number 2, they were literally 22 and 23 years old. It would have been a dereliction of duty if they were to anybody that was associated with them would have put them in the ring with Terence Crawford at that point, with them being that young, and Terence Crawford at the time being maybe like 31, 32 years old. Didn't make any sense. So that's my issue with him speaking in those terms, right? I feel like it's gaslighting. And then to speak to, okay, you're in a position now, and what are you saying? Because they had an opportunity to fight you 5 years ago, they can never get an opportunity to fight you again? Like, what sense does that make? Like, that makes no sense to me whatsoever. Because using that logic, then Shakur Stevenson should never get the opportunity to fight Devin Haney again. Because he had an opportunity a couple of years ago to fight Devin Haney. And if we were to come and say that right now, no fight fan would agree with that. All of my bud buddy compadres, they would say that that's absolutely ridiculous. If you took this comment from Terence Crawford aside, set it aside, and Terence Crawford never said that, and I said, or if we said 2 years ago, now that Shakur Stevenson has bypassed the opportunity to fight Devin Haney, he never gets the opportunity to fight him again. Everybody would say that it's absolutely absurd. Shout out to Pork Chop. Hit us with $1.99 again. Remind us how Sean Porter got the fight. He was number 2. Again, why? Again, this is what bud buddies that are at level glaze. This is what they do. They gaslight. Because I'm off of that topic. I don't care. Sean Porter was a 30-some-year-old man that was ready to fight that guy. These guys were in their early 20s when they were rated that high.
Retirement mode.
Yes, they were rated. So nobody's gonna put them in the ring at that point with those guys. So, but again, my point is today, Terence Crawford is making the statement that those guys had their chance to fight him. And I am saying that, are you saying that because they had a chance at some point 5 years ago to fight you, that they never get a chance to fight you again? That is the point. What they want to get hung up on is, they got a WBO, da-da-da-da-da. You file a petition, da-da-da-da-da. WBO versus IBF round, da-da-da-da. Okay, fine. I don't even want to talk about that. Are you telling me that a fighter, because they didn't take an opportunity to fight you yesteryear, does not get the opportunity to fight you today? That's my question. Because then you're also making the argument that Shakur Stevenson never gets the opportunity to fight Devin Haney again. And there are a number of situations that we can point to where we would say, you can never get the opportunity to fight this guy ever again. Ever. Because you passed it up when you were younger. So now you don't get it. That's my problem, Jay. That's the problem. Zaya says 22-year-old WBO champion today. No excuses. Okay. What's your point?
Why he didn't fight Vergil right now then?
What's your point? What point are you making?
Craziness. Now, the only thing I don't like him bringing that up, especially about right now. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question real quick. That's different.
AS Meeks 39. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Canelo had no business in the ring with Mayweather at that point. They chose to make a lot of money. There was a lot of money involved, and they chose to make the money. Yes, it was. Go ahead, Jay.
No, I mean, I don't like him bringing that up from years ago either. Right now, yeah, he controls everything as far as who he fights next. We know he's at 168, undisputed at 168. Vergil said he'll go to 160 to fight him. He doesn't seem interested in that. I mean, but really don't have any other choices right now worthwhile that's going to fight him at 168 at least. We don't care about no one at 168. You know, at least it'll be kind of entertaining to see what the young bulls do with Bud at 160. As far as Vergil T's, Boots not doing that. Boots is probably staying at 154 and trying to do what he want to do at 154.
I don't think Boots want to fight him.
No, it doesn't seem like it at all. Especially what he said when they at his last interview, they asked him about. He's like he wants to clean up. He wants to get the be undisputed or something like that at 154. So it's like, yo, hey, if they say, hey, Bud offers you to fight at 160, 168, you say you're already a big 154, just go up there. Go up there and get it. You know, I mean, that is one thing that these fighters don't do anymore. If an opportunity like that presents itself, they don't go get it. I will say that much. You know, but 168, there's no one for Bud to fight at 168. So 160 is the next thing. If that's Vergil, I think that'd be an interesting fight. Vergil ain't gonna beat him, but it'd be cool.
Some people think Bud got his pick of the litter act. I don't know if that's true, man. I don't know if that's true.
And like
what do you think?
Before about Bud, I don't know if that's on the agenda, but Bud at 160, I'd rather him see a fight with Vergil versus one of the other guys, because I don't believe in those other guys at 160. Quite honestly.
I just put a poll in the chat. Who should Bud fight next? The choices are Ortiz, Boots, Janabek, and Benavidez. I'm curious to see. And I don't know if I don't say that again, Jay.
No one's gonna touch Benavidez.
Yeah. No, somebody did people saying Benavidez.
Although he said he could make 168. So
it's some people that want to see Bud go into the dirt. Okay, got it. He's going right into the dirt if he gets into the ring with Benavidez. This will not be what you saw against Canelo. It will not be. He's gonna get the shit beat out of him. There's a reason.
Go down one weight class of 168.
Y'all have believed in Bomac all this time, and Bomac have told you guys we're gonna beat Errol, it's gonna be easy. We're gonna beat Canelo, it's gonna be easy. Hell no, we're not fighting David Benavidez. There's a reason. He knows what's up.
Echo Bravo. Yeah, I'm not impressed with Boots fighting Limas at 154 next week either. But after this, he needs to fight one of those contenders at 154. One of the tops needs to.
Unbiased Brim. Listen, I have been praying for Bud to get put in the dirt, but I'm not praying for him to get put in the dirt no more. So here's the deal. For the Canelo fight, man, I had family members that were texting me, rooting for Bud. I'm talking about women rooting for Bud in my family. Man, once he infiltrated my family, man, I had to change my position. I can no longer root for him to get put in the dirt. I can't do it no more. I cannot do it no more.
Team Gill, but Boots and them said they didn't ask for no tune-up fights at 154. That's what they said. They didn't ask for no. They said they didn't ask for no two tune-ups at 154.
So Pork Chop hit us with $1.99. I thought Canelo would put him in the dirt. Listen, man, I thought so too. But now. The difference is Bomac does not want that fight. Bomac is adamant they don't want that fight. Bomac was adamant that they wanted the Canelo fight, adamant that they wanted the Spence fight. You know, the guys that you guys are saying they're wizards, they saw something in those fights, and they also see something in the Benavidez fight. They are like, hell no, we don't want the Benavidez fight. There's a reason why they don't want the Benavidez fight, bro. There's a reason why. There's no reason for Bud to fight Benavidez. He's going into the fucking dirt if he does. Bud needs to stay at one. I think Bud beats anybody at 168 and below. I do. 100% think he does. Benavidez is not going to even fight him because Benavidez knows what he's going to do to him. Benavidez knows what he's going to do to him. So there's no reason to even deal with that. Like, let's not go into this conversation. I don't want to go there. I just want to live in Bud's greatness at 168 and below. Let's just do that. Because these guys, man, they like to live in fantasy lands, man. Fantasy land, Jay. No, they do. They like to be in fantasy land, bro. They like to be in fantasy land. No, Bud ain't got to go to no 175, bro. Bud ain't got to go to no 175. I want him to stay at 168 or below. Stay at 168 or below. I don't want to see him go in the dirt. Huh?
Benavidez said they could go to 168. They can still make 168.
I don't want him to come down to 168, man. I want him to go and fight Better BF, man. Like, there's no reason for him to come down and put Bud in. All Bud gonna do if Benavidez come down to 168 and has Suleiman make him the mandatory because Suleiman would make him the mandatory for the WBC. All Bud gonna do is run like a bitch down to 160. All he gonna do is gonna run like, oh shit, and run down to 160. So I mean,
160 is not something. The Vergil Ortiz fight is intriguing to me just because he's youthful, and now saying he's acting like he's hungry. He wants to fight with Bud. Anyone else at 160, I'm not really fond of, man. Not at 160.
hey, let me apologize, man. Some of my old ways I just felt some of the old ways just kind of rise up in me. Let me apologize to all my fellow Bud buddies that are currently in the chat. My apologies. Those were my old ways. I am still reformed, but you know how it is, man. Sometimes even when you when you've been reborn, you know what I'm saying? When you've been baptized, you reborn. Sometimes you backslide a little bit. I just backslide a little bit. I'm back, guys. I'm back. Woo!
But yeah, I mean, Bud gonna have to do something at 168 because he's gonna have to defend the belt because he can't get the rematch with Canelo. Canelo on the shelf until middle of next year, if that, for that rematch. So he gonna do something to keep the belts or drop a belt or whatever. But I don't know. I don't even. He's gonna take his time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anything forced for him to have to make a decision just yet.
All right, man. We're gonna pin.
There's no Team Gill. I agree. There's no reason for a rematch with Bud and Canelo except for Bud to take some more money. That's it. There's no other reason.
Yeah, I dropped the link in there, man. Pork Chop say with the 199, he broke Canelo. Shake my head. I don't know what that means.
Canelo was broke before that. Y'all saw Canelo against School. Canelo was broke before that.
Hey, Barbara D, I'm not being a wimp. I'm a Bud buddy now. I'm a Bud buddy. Oh, what's going on? Okay, let's bring my boy on. Well, unbiased all brands. What's going on?
You're not a Bud buddy in any capacity. You're slammed for Bud. You will find something negative for Terence Crawford no matter what. You just can't help yourself. You'll try your best, but at some point, it's got to turn negative. At some point, you can't help it, man. It's okay.
Bro, hold on. So let me.
He came on and disbelieved with his hand on his head, like, I don't believe you, Greg.
So hold on. So hold on. Let me make sure I understand this because I can say 95% things that are favorable to Terence Crawford, but if I say something that is the 5% that's negative, that means I'm not a Bud buddy.
No, it's because the thing that you say positive is forced. He forced you to. You have no choice.
What do you mean?
You have no choice but to give him credit. You have no choice but to give him props. But if you could, you would bury him if you could. If he gave you a reason in the ring, you would bury him if you could.
I would bury anybody in the ring if they gave me a reason to.
No, there's no bury anybody. Stop it. You have your favorites and you won't bury them in the ring unless you're forced to.
Like who?
Human nature. It's like human nature.
Like who? Like who? Like who?
Errol Spence, you were forced to have to give it up to Terence Crawford when he beat on Errol Spence because going into the fight, you predicted our collection.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. It's 50-50. Okay, that's what you want, 50-50. You want Canelo to stomp him in the dirt. You're being forced to give the credit. So it's not willingly. It's not willingly that you're doing this. You're doing a good job, though. You're trying your best, but you just can't help it.
Well, don't let Jason ass up here either. Don't let Jason ass up here. Jason talking about you saw that he was broken before the Bud fight. You wasn't saying that before the fight. Now after the fight, you're saying all that shit.
He tried his best not to lean on an excuse, but it got so loud that he had to bring it up as a topic, and then he plays devil's advocate.
Oh, he was broken before the Bud fight. Man, get the hell out of here with that, man.
So Canelo looked great in that Skull fight. You said that's what you're telling me. He looked great.
Canelo ain't look like shit. See, Canelo ain't looked like shit since John Ryder, but y'all wasn't saying that. That's all I'm saying. Before the fight, you picked the guy. You picked the guy. And then after the fight, oh, well, that went wrong and that went wrong. No. That's the guy you picked. You picked wrong. That's it.
Yo, but Sheldon, but Canelo wasn't even that bad. Canelo was not bad in the Bud fight. He probably would have beat most of, if not all 168. This Bud was on another level because Canelo had some good defensive moments where he was able to not let Bud go off on him. Because if Bud banked in rounds, right? But Canelo was not getting beat on by Bud. And there's a reason why, because Canelo actually was in great shape. His reflexes were quick. His Bud was one step above him.
Wait a minute. I'm not saying he didn't. And I'm not saying that Canelo Alvarez would not have beaten most 168 pounders. I'm saying before, way before, now, never was he able to beat Crawford, is what I'm saying. He was never good enough to beat that guy.
No,
I don't care about the other guy.
Obviously not.
He was never good enough to beat that guy. That's all I'm saying.
Indeed. But I just want to make sure that I clear the air with the connotation that Canelo Alvarez was washed up in that fight, because he wasn't washed up in that fight. He wasn't. I'm sorry. I'm not going to undermine Canelo Alvarez because he was in shape and his movement was decent.
You trying to take their crutch away? They got to lean on something.
Well, I'm not.
You got to hobble up.
I did a video after the fight. Saying no excuses. So I don't know what you guys are talking about.
No, I talked to you after the fight.
We're not saying you.
I remember.
Huh?
I'm trying to figure out.
I talked to you, Greg, after the fight.
Yeah,
no excuses. I remember that. You didn't get no excuses.
No. I won't say that you did.
Both things can be true though. Canelo could be broken already. Someone said Bud broke Canelo. Canelo's already on that way of trending of going down. Was he not? You can't say he was trending up.
Yeah. He was slowing down. Yeah, he was slowing down. Yeah.
Okay, then don't say Bud broke him when he was already breaking down before that.
Oh, you talking about to that dude? Yeah. You can't be saying that. Yeah, that dude can't be saying.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now, Sheldon, let me ask you this, man. Sheldon. Shelton, let me ask you this, because I think you're a fair and balanced guy. Yes. You've heard the commentary over the last 2 or 3 weeks. Wouldn't you say I'm an official Bud buddy?
We let you in the car, man. You're in the car.
No, you're not.
I'm in the car, man. I'm in the car.
No, you're not. You're definitely not.
Close to the door. He in the back seat, close to the door. But he in the car.
I have not shitted on Bud and since the fight, man. I have not. I just call out certain stuff that I don't like.
Okay.
And
sometimes you don't like the truth, though.
You know, Fabrizio needs to shut up with his dumbass rules. I've already covered your dumbass rules already, my brother. Those rules have nothing to do with. Let's talk about this, Shelton, because again, you are someone who is reasonable. This topic that I've been talking about, okay? My issue, because I said that Boots, Terence Crawford is gaslighting when he starts to talk about Vergil and Boots had their opportunity to fight him, okay? At the end of the day, these guys were 22 and 23 years old, okay? You're not going to put them in the ring at that point. And what I don't like is the fact that you're saying that these guys had an opportunity to fight you, regardless of what the rules were, whether or not you can petition the WBO, whether someone took the IBF or WBO route. I don't care. My point is, if someone didn't fight you 5 years ago, are you telling me that they are forever and a day disqualified from fighting you? Because if you tell me that, then you're also telling me that Shakur Stevenson is now forever and a day disqualified from fighting Devin Haney because he had an opportunity. That's my issue. That is a disingenuous statement and position.
Okay.
Hold on real quick.
Okay.
Fabrizio, hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. Fabrizio, if you had been listening, my brother, you would have always known that was always my position, but you always gaslight because you want to make one position your position and you want to hold on to that position. If you actually go back and listen to go back and read what I was saying, That was always my position. Go ahead, Sheldon.
Okay, now here's the problem. Here's where I rebut you a little bit. See, Bud is old. No matter what we want to think, no matter how we look at the ring against Canelo, Bud is 38 years old.
He's Aqua Bud.
So I've said this since the fight, and I'm gonna keep saying this. If it's not gonna make me more money than I made on September 13th, 2025, I'm not interested. Not interested. Now, if they're gonna pay me more to fight Boots than they paid me to fight Canelo Alvarez.
So that's not what I'm saying.
He gets a fight. If they're not, he don't get one.
I don't have a problem with that
pay
position.
Me more money to fight Vergil Ortiz.
I don't have a problem with that
than they
position.
paid me to fight Canelo Alvarez.
I don't have a problem with that position.
If they are, he gets a fight. If they're not, he don't get one.
I don't have a problem with that position at all. So Sheldon,
it doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah, let me jump in. Let me jump in with that. I don't have a problem with that position at all.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that position at all. My issue is the rationale that he's using. The rationale is bullshit. Okay? I don't care if the guy didn't fight you 5 years ago. That's not a reason not to fight him today. That's my whole point. Like if all things are equal and the money is there, don't tell me that a guy didn't fight you 5 years ago and you don't so you're not gonna fight him today.
Hold up, Sheldon.
I 100% on that.
Hold up. Let me tell you something with the difference. You said something about age, right? Listen, what does Boots and what does Vergil present for Terence Crawford as of right now, going down to his last fight or two? Nothing in comparison to what other options he has on the table. And
like what other options? What other options?
Hold on, let me finish these bars off real quick. And at the beginning, you say 22, 23, 22, Smitty 3. I don't care. At one point in time, Vergil had an opportunity from the WBO to be mandated where he could have been able to have a Terence Crawford fight. At that time, they decided that was not the move. And that's okay, fine and dandy. But don't sit here and cry for me a river when Terence Crawford is going for a different option than a non-belt Vergil going to 160 who's never fought a title fight in his career. And that's because of Oscar De La Hoya. Now, listen, the whole Boots thing, Lord of Showtime thing, I didn't give Boots a whole lot of heat for that, but at the end of the day, it's an opportunity for a fight, any way you slice it. Because the way everything turned out, he didn't end up fighting for Showtime. So,
but what's the better option?
Showtime did you nothing. Hold up, let me finish. So, and Boots is not even looking for a Terence Crawford fight at 160 in any capacity.
I agree.
So it's nothing really to talk about. I'm not saying this is just for the masses. What I'm saying is for the masses. But for Terence Crawford to say that, for you to be upset about that, I'm sorry. If you've been the guy this whole time and they've had an opportunity to fight you, and now you're in a position that you're in, and every fight that you have can be a championship fight, neither one of them is presenting anything for him at the end of the day, unless the money is really, really big, and ain't nobody bringing no money to fight for that for a Vergil fight against Terence Crawford right now.
Hold on.
I don't think that's Terence Crawford move. He should go for 160 title. Right now, we look like we're going to have one guy with 3 belts in a minute. So what you talking about?
Hold on. Well, let me explain. Because you're sitting up here and you're talking to me about what do they bring. They bring more name recognition than anybody at 160 pounds. And Terence Crawford going down and winning titles doesn't bring anything else to him either. Because at the end,
Charlo is a big name.
No, it
doesn't. Big oversleeping Charlo.
No. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
If he ends up going undisputed at a sixth in his fourth division and have a sixth division title, nobody's gonna care. Gonna tell you different though.
Let me finish. I'm gonna tell you something. Nobody's gonna care. Nobody's gonna care. Nobody's gonna care. And what Terence Crawford really cares about, nobody's talking about fucking how many weight classes did Sugar Ray Leonard win? How many weight classes did Marvin Hagler win? How many weight classes did Duran win or whoever? Man, you don't really remember that.
Talk about won a whole bunch of weight classes, and that's one reason why you mentioned their name.
A whole bunch.
Thank you.
A whole bunch.
My point.
Let me finish, brother. I just let you talk. A whole bunch, but you can't tell me the exact amount. So one extra one doesn't matter. What matters is the dollars. The dollars. And so the cats that I just gave you are a lot more name recognition that Turki will pay dollars for than a fucking Adamus or a Janabek. Now, I do agree with you. I don't think Boots wants to fight. I don't. And the only thing that I'm arguing is I don't like the rationale. The rationale is ass. And my thing is, I'm a logic person. Don't hit me with the logic. The logic that you just use. I'm talking about Terence Crawford is ass. Just say that you don't want to fight the guys because they're younger and you don't need to do that. That's it. Huh?
Yo, so Greg, you mean to tell me Bud versus Charlo at 160 is bigger than Bud versus Vergil?
What are you talking about? He was just using the whole rationale. Let me finish.
No, I'm asking you because you said he was. You said there's nobody at 160 that would bring him a name even close to that. And I'm asking you, since you just said that out your mouth, is Vergil bigger name than Charlo would be at 160?
The context was titles, brother. He was talking about going down to win titles at 160. Charlo doesn't have a title.
Bro, I'm just asking for his namesake. Simple as that. Fuck the.
I'm telling you, he's not gonna fight Charlo because Charlo doesn't have a title.
Okay, you ain't gonna give me no yes or no. It's all right. I know the answer to that. But I got a personal thing for you. I got a personal thing for you. Man, I fucking hate the ground that you walk on. I hate that you exist. I hate everything about you. When it comes to college shit, you are the reason why UW lost that game to Ohio State. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I was there live, and I thought about nothing but your ass slandering all that hate that you slander for UW. That's the reason we lost, because it was a good game until you did some dumb shit, trying to throw a fucking offside, trying to throw a goal when you're supposed to kick the damn ball.
The reason why you,
that bad happens to UW on you, Greg.
No, the reason why UW lost is because you're ass. You're ass. That's why you lost, because you're ass.
No, we ain't. We the truth. You know what I mean?
No,
we up there doing our thing. We just came back. It was like 20-0, and we just came back in less than a quarter just yesterday.
So hold on,
dogs. You know what I'm saying?
So hold on, brother. The whole since I got two West Coast brothers on here right now.
What was the final score? What was the final score?
I don't know.
24 to 20.
Listen,
did y'all win, lose?
We lost, right? We won.
Who y'all play? Who y'all play?
We played Maryland.
Who?
Maryland. They were just 4-0.
Washington played Maryland.
Who good squad?
Washington. Yes.
Listen, are y'all ranked?
The Huskies. Washington
Huskies.
Are y'all ranked?
No, the Huskies ain't ranked, but they decent though. Were they 4-1 right now?
We should have been ranked, and that's the cold part. We was undefeated, just like any of them other teams. We should have been ranked. How we was whooping ass. We whooped UC Davis by 70 points. Next week, the rankings come out, and we didn't even fucking rank. That was crazy.
Listen.
You want to be in high school?
Hey, I'm biased. All brims. Where are you from?
I'm from Arkansas.
Okay.
But I live in Connecticut.
Okay, you guys are ass. Shelton Moore.
Super ass.
Yeah, band up. The whole West Coast is ass. Okay, USC's ass, UCL is ass, and UW ass. Ass. Whole West Coast
Oregon's the only thing that's not ass.
Yeah, but
UCLA just got your boy.
Yeah, they beat Penn State. Penn State don't beat nobody though.
Franklin?
Yeah,
but Penn don't beat nobody. Franklin is 4-26 versus top 10, though.
Yeah, but Penn State is ass too. They're ass.
You know,
they always lose when it counts.
When you lose to an 0-4 UCLA, your ass is fired.
Hey, listen. James Franklin is the Canelo of college football.
No, because he ain't won nothing.
Yeah, that's fair. But he always lose the big one.
and two, hey Jason, you have missed all the slander that we was giving out. You let your boy Greg get up here and take all these bullets about having to throw that whole documentary in the trash. And something just tells me that Canelo documentary, if he would have let it go, would have been longer than this Bud documentary that he had.
I didn't throw it in the trash. I just remixed it.
He said, I just remixed it. He was supposed to do the eulogy and all that shit the next day. And then somebody from, you know what I mean, some little guy from Nebraska that, you know what I mean, that you know what I mean, that was supposed to be Lord of the Dirt. Somehow just, you know what I mean, just popped up as, you know what I mean, that guy that we've been telling them about this whole damn time. Damn, you know what I mean? That's a little bit what's happening. But hey, nonetheless, like from my standpoint is, hey, if they're gonna put some money in front of that guy, then he could do whatever. At this point, I feel like we're just having, since there's not really more prominent names than Boots or Benavidez, we're not we fans. Some fans are just trying to plead for this nigga Benavidez to go make this weight, to go down and fight Bud, and other fans are pleading for Boots to move up or just to chase this man. Because at this point, I think people that are just over excited or over gassed about this damn Boots and Bud fight don't give a fuck about this nigga career. They're just telling this nigga Jerron Boots and fuck what you said you were gonna do. Fuck all that undisputed talk you were gonna do at 47 and 54. Chase Bud your whole fucking career. That's what I'm hearing. And I don't think that's smart for the man to do that, to chase anybody. I don't think that's smart for anybody to do that.
I think
one more time.
I think Boots
He already
loses
pretty much
to
said he
Bud.
ain't doing that since he said he's staying at 154. He's trying to be undisputed.
I don't think
And
Boots had, as much as I talk about this topic, because I don't like how Crawford tries to create certain narratives. I am a Bud Buddy membership here, but I don't like how he tries to create certain narratives. I don't think Boots wants that fight. I don't think this dad wants that. I don't think they want that fight. And honestly, I think he loses. So that's my personal opinion. I just don't like the narrative that's created about it. Now, I will tell you, I think Vergil will take that fight. I absolutely think Vergil takes that fight if they were to make that, if Crawford would take that fight. And I think Vergil gets taxed too. I think Crawford beats anybody 168 or below. I can't say unfortunately anymore.
Yes, you
right?
can. Speak true. Speak true.
No,
to you.
no, no,
You really
no,
feel
no, I love Bud. No,
No, you don't.
no.
You respect what he did, but you do not love Bud.
I love Bud. No.
I know. Should be exciting. You know what I mean? When fights just happen and shit. But I was listening to David Benavidez's pops yesterday talk, and he was pretty much saying some of the same things. But he did say that Benavidez, if he was to do that, he would have to watch his weight. He said it wouldn't be as easy as just going down there. He said Benavidez had to watch his weight and watch the way he eats and all this other shit. So I'm trying to think, how hard was it for Benavidez to cut down, and where is his natural weight?
It doesn't even matter. That fight shouldn't happen.
Cruiserweight when it's all said and done.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
The reason why I'm not trying to hear this Bud talk when it comes to Benavidez or Boots, because Benavidez got a Beterbiev map set out perfectly for him. Boots got Baru because I know that Eddie Hearn going to put the work in, and the fact that Top Rank doesn't have anybody at this moment in time doesn't put them in a position to try to look out for Xander, you know? So Xander's trying to get that fight for unification, but I think the upper hand will be on Boots' side, and I think that's his next fight. You get that WBA title. That's what this fight is for. So whoever wins is lined up for the WBA title.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that Boots and Benavidez can still have very, very great careers without even having to fight Bud. I think Bud's career is pretty much set. Go down to 160, do that damn thing, beat the shit out of Charlo, along with those other cats, if that's a possibility, just for the namesake.
So how would you guys feel though if Janabek ends up beating Crawford? Because Tim Bradley says that that's a possibility. This is not coming out of my mouth.
I've seen his video. I've seen him. He's not beating Bud, bro. He don't. He got some power. He got some power on him, but you're gonna need more than power.
But that's what Tim Bradley said.
Need more complete punches, more hand speed. That little fake punches and bunches that he do is all right, but it ain't gonna really work because you're going to keep punching like that for a while. Nah, bro.
And Yanni Back has starved himself to make 162. So I don't think he could beat Bud. But I mean, first of all, if he's fighting Laura, he got to get past that fight first, you know, because Laura ain't running around. He's there to be hit as well, but Laura's there to hit too. So I'm not counting out Laura in that fight if that's the fight that's
Laura's 75 years old.
Yeah, he's 75 years old, but last time I checked, he's being preserved. He's being preserved, and the last fight he was in, he made Danny quit.
Yeah, but come on, man, it's just Danny.
You gotta tell Bud Crawford old as hell too. Let y'all tell it, Bud old as a motherfucker too.
Yeah, but Bud preserved too. You gotta think about it. Since 2020, he fought one time a year, so he can prepare his body, take his time, and he said You know,
And out of the last 5 fights, who damaged him the most? Who would you guys say damaged him the most?
Errol Errol damaged his hands with his face.
So the man don't really take
I still love you, Errol.
No,
hey, I'm
exactly.
gonna delete this part of this live.
He don't take too much wear and tear, so you know what I mean. He gonna be ready for whatever comes next. Whatever his next 2-3 fights his career.
He got options. He can just look. He can hover over the landscape and pick a fight. I think Canelo fighting Eubanks next year because I think Eubanks is gonna beat Ben again. So
as far as that whole he don't sell thing, I think Bud is just he doing a little bit what Errol was doing, which is paying attention to these YouTube streets. I know he threw that on Vergil when he threw that on Boots, but you know what I mean? It's these YouTube streets, you content creators that keep pushing the narrative that this boy don't sell. He hears every fucking thing. If Bernie up here every fucking week doing what Bernie do, you don't think Bud hear everything that shit that people be saying? So you know what I mean? All that he don't sell shit. Well, knock that shit out the window, man.
Bud shoot 70,000 in the Nebraska Stadium if he gets a homecoming fight. He'll have 70,000 people to pay to go see him fight.
Bud can do damn near whatever the fuck he want. Like he said, man, hey, all this he don't sell, but the people that he's fighting, that's their biggest sales. Their biggest sales come against him.
He gets to prove it. He gets to prove it as the headliner. I'm not going to even argue that.
He was always the highest paid guy, welterweight. People keep on forgetting that. Everybody talking about Errol was the money and all that, but everybody got their highest paid with Bud. He was the highest paid.
Okay, man. All right.
Hey, go ahead and drop that video, Greg, that you was doing when Bud was jumping around with them elbows. Hey, he did that little workout video. Hey, that's what he used in the ring. You know what I mean? Blocked them shots, jumping around with them elbows with Bo Mac.
Them elbows is what protected his body from Canelo, because Canelo was loading up that shot and everybody else was getting hit with it, but Bud had them elbows tucked.
You know what I'm saying? Elbows. Go ahead.
Sometimes I can definitely tell y'all Bud Buddy membership levels. It's really high on the glaze level. All right.
It's facts.
No, guys. I mean,
so Brad, tell Bando where you're buying it. That's the crazy part. You can call it glaze all you want. Tell me where I'm buying that.
Let's keep it serious for a minute, Greg. Let's keep it serious for a minute. So what do you see next for the dude? What should he do now? Because I don't think there's nothing left for him to do. I think he should retire.
I think he should retire. I think he should retire too. I think lose. That's the only thing else for him to do. Lose. So I would retire. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Is he 38, right?
Yeah.
He just turned 38.
So let me tell you something. And Shelton Moore, you know this. Jason, you know this. Band Up, you in your 20s, right? Band Up?
I'm 29.
Yeah, you don't know this yet. I lost your name that damn quick. Let me see. Unbiased. You in your 30s?
I'm 47.
Okay, so you know this too.
I age.
Yeah, you know this too. All of a sudden, things just go pew out of nowhere. It just all of a sudden it went from I was dunking, boom, to damn, I can't even get to the rim. We don't know when that's gonna happen for Crawford. And all it takes in boxing is a split-second change for you to get hit with something that you didn't see coming, and you end up in the dirt. So
trust me, I know that's what happened to my other favorite fighter, man, Wilder. He got his ear busted, and after that ear busted, he has never fought the same. I keep telling people too, man, look at that second fight. Look at that knockdown. When he got his ear busted and he looked up at fucking Fury like, what the fuck? Nigga, what is you doing? Yeah. That was the last time Deontay Wilder even attempted to even go into punching without any, worried about anything coming back. He's been scared to throw a punch and what's coming back ever since.
And speaking of
my Bud ain't Wilder.
Craft though.
My boy Jason.
Speaking of Wilder,
I think it's just psychic though. I think it's just mental that put him there.
Greg?
Say that again.
I said, you remember how old Wilder was around the time? I'm not saying but it's Wilder. Come on, man. Don't do that. I said, do you remember how old Wilder was around that Fury time? He was around 34, 35 years old. Am I right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to me,
So
even
now they
Floyd,
That was the issue.
Yeah, he's around 34, 35 when he started the Fury Cruise.
Floyd is a well-preserved fighter. And to me, you started to see some decline at 36, 37. So I suspect you guys felt like Crawford looked exactly the same. I didn't. I didn't think he looked the same at 168. Eventually, something's going to start to...
He hasn't looked the same. Yeah. He's looked different ever since, I'll say, he started to look different after me and shit. He started to look a little different.
Yeah. So...
But that shows his IQ, because if you notice, that's when he started to change his game up a little bit. He started to change his style. He doesn't move as much because he doesn't have to. He doesn't use his legs as much because he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
You know, you get older, you get wiser, and you sharpen the game. But Father Time is undefeated.
Facts.
None of these dudes beat Father Time. Nobody does.
But he can fight one more fight and do the damage. But you know, Greg wanted Father Time to hit Bud as soon as possible.
I don't want to see Terence Crawford get knocked out.
I don't think Greg can pick an opponent other than Benavidez and come with logical facts on why they'll lose.
I can't. I don't want to see Crawford actually get knocked out anymore. I did. Like, Canelo was the last one I wanted to see him get put in. No, I did. I honestly did. Like, I keep it real with y'all. I wanted to see him get put in the dirt. I really don't want to see him get put in the dirt anymore. Now I just kind of want to see him.
The dirt can't collect him.
Yeah, I don't want to see the dirt collect him anymore. Now I just kind of want to see him make, maybe like one or two more big paydays. I don't want to see him become undisputed at 160. Okay, I don't want to see that. I just want to see him make a couple of big, paydays, and then move on. That's what I want to see him do.
Yeah, because you see, they already comparing him to Floyd. Man, it's getting out of hand. If he get that other division, it's gonna be over with.
He ain't Floyd, but go ahead.
I know this ain't happening, but I always thought Bivol at 168 would have been fired for him, though.
He gets his ass whooped by Bivol.
Yeah, you say
everybody. I don't know about that, man.
He looked like he done lost some weight.
Yeah, Bivol lost weight after the back surgery. But I mean, that's why I always said that if it was anybody possible, it would be Bivol. I don't think Benavidez at 168 is realistic at this point, to be honest with you. He had to kill himself to make 168. I think Bivol can make 168.
I think
but
he done pushed past his limit already. He shouldn't have went past 160. Like, he already done went past his limit, in my opinion. 68 was going a little too far,
Bivol just
obviously
too good.
not.
But anyway,
he got the right 68 pounder.
He got the right one. Y'all better stop with that mess, man.
The one with the money and all the belts.
Great for him.
Like I told you, how I look at it is you guys look at it as him fighting one guy. I look at it as he just went into that room and beat up the dude that's just been beating up everybody in the room.
I'm glad Terence Crawford made a lot of money.
Canelo was sticking.
It's crazy. It's crazy though. When you think about all this Errol Spence stuff that went down, man, he took the man. He took his belts, then he took his fight, then won the fight, man. It's crazy, man.
Platinum Blaze card.
It's funny how stuff work out.
TV.
Hey, he got the highest. He got the highest glaze membership.
3 years.
He
been 3 years yet?
I gotta rub it in a little bit, man.
Boy, I swear to God, boy,
2 years and 2 months.
I know, man. They keep talking about the same fight, boy. Every time they watch that fight, boy, I know your phone got to be sticky as hell, boy. Damn, man, let it go.
I don't let it go, bro.
I haven't watched that fight. I got that fight still recorded on my phone. I ain't watched that fight. I've been watching the highlights, but make Canelo look to the right.
I got
hit him with that left.
My phone, but we
got him stuck in the ninth round.
I swear, Bando touches himself at night every time he watched that fight.
Nah, I don't watch that fight. I don't need to. Hey, it was better. You know what was better than the fight for me? Coming up here and see your face the next day. Oh my God, that was the best part.
You can tell.
Seeing you silk in your seat. That was better than the fight.
Shelton Moore and Unbiased. You could tell the YNs from the older gentlemen, right? The older gentlemen, they come in, they say, hey man, we told you guys are very philosophical or strategic or logical about, you know, how you saw the fight, and then the YNs come in, man, Bud, Bud, oh, God damn, man, good God.
When you
know what it is? Because then you pull that when he
Hey, hold on, guys. I'm sorry.
And you don't know,
guys, one second.
because he ain't wrong.
I'm sorry. 1 second, guys. I missed a couple of super chats. Merlin hit us with the $5. The same negativity that Bud dealt with for the 90% of his career has switched to Ennis. These casual fanboys so predictable. And then Captain DGF said gave us $5. Greg, the Bud Buddy Foundation Omaha Division would like to speak with you after the stream of last year. That was a good one.
Omaha called me last night.
Oh man, that was a good one. I'm sorry. I
they
cut
never
somebody
accepted
out.
Greg's membership either. He said he was a Bud Buddy, but they never accepted his membership.
They did. I got my membership.
No, they did not. They put your paperwork right on the side. It's still on the desk. It's sitting there.
His access got revoked as soon as he submitted. Approval.
Pending.
He on the ban list.
Hey, that's fucked up, man. Y'all ain't have to do me like that, bro. Hey, listen, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best, okay? Considering some of the things that I put out there, I would say I've done a tremendous job over the last few weeks. I've even reframed, even when I felt the need to respond to some of the things, like some of the things you just said is VPTV. I have refrained. So, listen, I'm doing a tremendous job.
But hold on, you shouldn't have a hard time seeing how you support Tank. Shouldn't have a hard time supporting Bud.
What do you mean?
I mean, you support Tank, you ought to be able to support anybody.
I'm supporting Bud.
Yeah, it shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be that difficult.
No, what's difficult is that you keep coming in here, man, and keep running and talking. I don't hear Tank fans keep coming in here telling them, yeah, man, you see how Tank whooped so-and-so ass. Yeah, we had to come in here and show him how to do that shit.
Because he ain't whooped nobody worth talking about.
A little bit.
I was just going to say, it's been a while since Tank whooped some ass.
Oh, man. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. All this monkey shit. I don't want to hear that shit.
There ain't no monkey shit. When was the last time Tank whooped ass?
And then on top of that,
he whooped Frank ass. He whooped Frank ass. He whooped Frank ass. What you talking about?
Hey, that's what I was just gonna say. Hey,
I mean, we knew that was coming.
Hey,
was that 2024? Like the early 2024? When they beat
Hey, let y'all tell it. We knew that y'all knew that the Aerosmith ass whooping was coming, but you're still talking about that shit, huh?
Oh, I told you about that.
Okay, but you're still talking about that shit.
Why not?
It's because I told you why. I just told you why. It's because of your reaction. Your reaction was golden. Your reaction was priceless. And then on top of that, you one of the few ones that actually come up and took the slander. All the other ones was running.
I told you the Canelo ass was coming. You wouldn't listen.
No, I wouldn't listen.
We told you the Canelo ass whooping was coming. We told you the Sean Porter ass whooping was coming. We told you all the ass whooping was coming.
I went around with Porter. I went around for Porter. I knew Porter was gonna lose.
Yeah, you came around for the Spence, the Spence, and everybody was hyped up. Everybody talking about eye collecting and put them in the dirt.
Body snatcher. Remember they was talking about fundamentally sound and lunch pail and hard hat.
Hey, one guy still in the dirt 800 days later.
Still talking about the same shit. Man, I hate these motherfuckers, man.
Hey, man.
Hey,
we're just looking at the history right now. We're just going off the history. That's all. The history is documented.
What's up?
And then the worst part about it is, Greg done said it so many times. He done brainwashed my man Jason into believing some of that shit. And then you got Jason having to take this slander with you. I talk about the Bud slander, the knocking the dirt slander. He was pushing it so hard. He ain't even had you on it for a little bit of time. But it's okay.
Hold up, I think Jason low key though. I think Jason hate Bud more than Greg low key though. Low key, dog. Like, come on, man.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you.
It's okay.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. So there is a reason why this show is called the Angry Man Podcast. Low key, Jason and I hate everyone.
Facts.
No. We hate Devin. We hate Tank. We hate Bud. We hate Canelo. We hate Boots. We hate everyone. Low key.
I don't hate Devin though. I ain't gonna this is the thing I get because I'm a big Norman guy, but I don't hate Dev because Dev, when it comes to making fights, you gotta respect the kid. No matter if he got PTSD, whatever have you, if you don't like the way he fought his last fight, when it comes down to the action, he make fights.
I respect Devin. I do. I actually do respect Devin.
Yeah.
I respect all fighters because at the end of the day, and this is, and I don't know how many of you have actually been in a ring, and I've never been in a ring professionally, but I have been in one from an amateur standpoint. I've actually sparred before, and fighting is hard. Getting hit is hard. Training is hard. Being in the ring and going rounds is hard. So I respect anyone that does it.
What happened to you, Greg?
No, we don't need to go. No, we don't need to go back there. We don't need to go back there.
Yo, shoot yourself. You shoot yourself.
Hey, that's how you mess up your shoulder.
Hey, yo.
No. What's up? What's up? The boxing source. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen of the Angry Man podcast, looks like it hasn't necessarily been a good year for a brother Greg. First, we thought that Santos Alvarez Barragan would stop the Bud train, but that didn't necessarily happen. And then yesterday at Doak Campbell Stadium, the supposed plans of the Florida State Seminoles did not quite go to fruition. So y'all feel for brother Greg here because it hasn't been a good year.
You Tallahassee boy.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, let me respond to that. So number one, it has been an amazing year for me. Okay, because regardless of what the boxing source, regardless of what the boxing source tells you, I turn water into wine. So when something goes poor for me, I just turn it into a positive. So even though I wanted to see brother Terence Crawford turn and go into the dirt, I still turn it into a positive. So, at the end of the day, we're a boxing channel. And so whether brother Crawford goes into the dirt or not, I'm going to cover it and we're going to get views. I'm going to figure out a way to get views on it. So, yeah, it wasn't, now Florida State is a different situation. Right after the game, I was right. I called right to the AD and I told him we got to get brother Mike Norvell out of there. He's not doing the job that we need him to do. And that's Gus to take over. No, I want Gus to. So first and foremost, the boxing source, as a USF graduate, you understand that brother Jason is also a USF graduate. He needs to shut the fuck up and stop talking as though he is a Miami graduate.
Take your loss, man.
I took my loss, but
take your goddamn loss, man.
But brother Jason talks
so
as
you
though
saying because I'm not an LSU graduate, I can't.
No. So there's a difference. Let me explain it. So when you are someone that grew up as a fan of a school, but you didn't actually go to the college, you didn't go to college. Of course, you picked a school. You from Louisiana, you picked a school. But once you actually go to a college and graduate, you can't still say that this is your school. Motherfucker, you are a college graduate from a particular school. You can't keep sitting up to talking about something. This is your school. What the fuck? That's like if I
because hey, look, your boy Band didn't go to university, but I was born at University Hospital, which is literally connected right across the street.
You're not
so I'm a fan for life.
Band up. You're not listening. I'm saying if you didn't go to college and you grew up rooting for a particular school, that makes sense to me. But once you like, if I grew up a Miami fan and then I went and graduated from Florida State and still talking about I'm a fucking Miami fan, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Like, this is your school. You went to this school. What are you talking about?
You can still have a love for your childhood university.
You are from Florida. You did go to that school if that's your childhood university. Florida State was my childhood university. I went there.
The way the cards play.
I went there. Yeah. So no, this man ain't a booster to that school. His family didn't go to that school. He has no affiliation with that school. All that nigga do, all that nigga do is buy bootleg t-shirts. You ain't no. I ain't want to try to hear that shit.
But you know what?
I ain't trying to hear that shit.
No.
I know this much. USF, you gotta watch your coach though. Watch your coach. I might take him.
The U gotta win against Florida State.
Man, we might take him for $8 million. This might be a wrap. We might take y'all coach, bro.
We gotta keep him, man.
We might take y'all coach. I'm just letting you know right now. It's a possibility. He's like third on the list. He's like third on the list.
Coaches after one good
take who coach?
Man. That can't happen.
So USF coach might be our coach, man. I mean, right now he's like a low-key popular choice. Low-key, he's mad low-key right now. So I would put him like third or fourth on the list, but he might end up snatching him.
Jason, they about to take your coach. They about to take your coach.
Yeah, we might take the USF coach. We might end up taking the USF coach. He's definitely on the radar.
That's gonna hurt your squad, boy.
Your squad already hurt, Greg. So shut up.
Yeah. Listen, and we don't want Gus. Listen, he already used us enough times to get big money. We don't need him now.
We need Ogeron to put another all-time great team together. 2019.
Either I'd rather have him a Muschamp as our D coordinator. That's another topic altogether, though. We got some time before that happens.
He chilling.
Yeah, USF. I'm sorry, yo. We might have to take our coach, though. We might. I hope we don't. But he's a great alternative, though.
Let us try to get a playoff berth first. Let's get through the season and see if we can get in the playoffs, and then
if you get in the playoffs, he's definitely gone, man. We taking him, dog.
Oh man.
But it's all good, gents. College football is gonna move on. We're gonna see what ends up happening in the next few weeks. There is really no team that's a dominant team out there. So we'll see what Ohio State does. We'll see what Miami does. We'll see what some of these other squads do.
I can
then we'll see how they play.
Playoffs.
Yeah,
there's gonna be a few.
Just gave us our first L, so it's not looking too good for us right now.
We'll see what a lot of teams gonna do this year. But the main point that I want you guys to take away from this is that Jason really has no affiliation with the University of Miami. He's just a fan. That's what I want y'all to walk away with.
And your squad sucks. Okay, how about that? I'm just a fan.
Yeah, but it's my squad. It's my squad. It's not your squad. Okay, University of Miami is not your squad.
Your squad ain't shit. How about that?
I'll take it.
Graduate or not. Pay more money for a better coach.
But I'm a graduate. But I'm a graduate. Oh, this is my CPA. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm also a certified public accountant. Oh, actually, this is my CPA. I'm also a public certified accountant.
I see a big L on that. I see an L on that though.
But right here, it says the Florida State University.
That says an L. That says a loss.
Yeah, the Florida State University. I'm an actual graduate, you some bitch.
With a loss. Deal with it.
I'll take it.
With an L.
I'll take it. At least I'm a graduate. At least I'm a graduate. I can claim it like I should.
Graduate with an L. Graduate with an L.
Hey, hold on. Whoever said graduated with an L, fuck you, and fuck you. Who's next?
That's what the F and the UFS stand for.
Oh man, y'all some sorry son bitches, boy. I swear.
Hey man, I can't talk. What I'm gonna do? Pensacola State College, and I was there when it was junior college. So yeah.
Oh, it's all good, man.
She went to a girl school too.
Sheesh.
I don't want to be disrespectful to USF, so I'm not going to even say anything to Boxing Source because this man graduated from USF. Like, come on, man.
I went to FAMU for a year and a half as well. So, but you know what? Miami whipped y'all last yesterday, so deal with that.
Yeah, Miami, the school that you didn't graduate from and has no affiliations with.
The school I've been rocking with since day one.
Yeah, buying all of the bootleg attire.
Bootleg my ass. Hey, they got to win. They beat you.
Man, you bought that hat from the farmer's market.
Miami 5-0 right now.
Yeah, 5-0. Who they beat yesterday? Oh, FSU in Tallahassee.
Okay.
I was in Tallahassee too.
In Tallahassee.
A road win.
It's Miami.
Okay. Quality road win.
Okay. Like, listen, the Boxing Source. It would bother you from Florida. It would bother me if it was an alumni coming at me. You got the back and forth, right? It's your squad versus my squad.
Talk about it. That's why he's talking about. Oh, you got to go to school.
This is just a fan. It's just a fan. This is just a fanboy. It's just a fanboy. He ain't done nothing to help He ain't done nothing to help that school be anything that it is right now.
You ain't do nothing to help the school win yesterday neither, did you? You lost.
I'm a booster. I'm a booster. What are you talking about? I'm a booster. I get the NIL.
He said
for a loss. You paid for a loss. Get your money back.
Yeah, but they said you put the L in the NIL. Wow, that's what they just said.
Wait, whatever.
And they need to get in
Hey. This yes, I'm a booster and I pay to the collective. This guy's sitting up here, man, talking about this is his squad, and all he does is buy hats from the farmer's market. Man, shut the fuck up.
Well, I was throwing my money away from my team's collective. To be honest,
you threw your money away last year. You threw your money away last year for 2 and 10. That's what you paid for 2 and 10 last year.
Shut the fuck up.
Get your money back.
Shut the fuck up.
You paying for bootleg shit, not me.
Shut the fuck up. You just a fan that's talking. You might as well be one of them cats that's out there, man, just posting tweets. Shut the fuck up.
2 and 10 last year. That's what you pay. He bragging about paying for. I'm a booster. I paid for a 2 and 10 record. Man, shut up.
Yep, that's fine. Again, I'm showing my affiliation to the school.
Jason,
you just a guy.
Shut up.
Jason, that kind of hurt, man. You know why that hurt, Jason? Because I paid into Arkansas. Okay, so you shouldn't say stuff like that. There's people that actually contribute to the NIL to losing teams, man. Listen, don't do that.
But that's easy. That's that's easy for listen. That's easy for you to say when he doesn't contribute anything to the team. He doesn't. If they win or they lose, he doesn't contribute anything. It doesn't matter for him.
You need to do better than Greg. You need to contribute better than. How about that?
Contribute something at all.
Do better.
Contribute something.
Do better, my brother. Do better, my brother.
Contribute something at all.
Right, I contribute.
Contribute something at all.
2 and 10.
Contribute something at all. You nothing. You're nothing. You're nothing. They don't know you at Miami. No one's ever heard of you. They don't know you.
They can know you and you still lose.
You're nothing.
Hey, hold up, Jason.
You're
nothing. Miami your team?
Yeah, Miami's been my team, bro.
And Florida State is Greg's team, right?
They're not his team.
Yep.
No, see, Greg, you deflecting. You trying to hold on right now, like in Vogue right now.
Hold on, deflecting what? Deflecting what? This man ain't got no team. How is it? Tell me. Let me ask you this: what makes it his team? What makes it his team?
Was you rooting for this team since a child?
What makes it his team?
Since '83. So you with Snellenberger, right?
Hold up, man. This man was 4 years old. Hold on. So I'm biased. I'm biased. Hold on. I'm biased. Hold on. So you telling me you can cheer for another team after you graduated from another top school in Florida? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
No.
USF is not a top school in Florida when it comes to football.
No. Does it matter? Are they a Division I school that you just graduated from? Yes. They're a Division I. Division I school
program when I was younger.
They're Division I school. Hold on. Hold on. They're Division I school that you tried to walk on to. What are you talking about?
They weren't Division I when I walked on. They were Division II.
It doesn't matter. You got more ties to that school. You got more ties to that school than you do in Miami. What are you talking about? You have
Stop
no
it.
ties to Miami.
You're just
None.
Greg, the only reason why you're doing this is because your team lost to the team that he's going
No,
for. That's
I've
the
been
only reason why
saying
you're
that
doing this.
for
That's why this is
years.
diabolical.
No,
what he's about.
I've been saying that for years. Listen. Here's my thing.
He's bothered.
Here's my
He's
thing.
really
Here's my
bothered because
thing.
they
Here's
lost.
my thing. No. Here's my thing, unbiased.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. You can't come to me talking to me like, okay, you just talked. You can't come to me talking to me about your squad beat my squad. You can't come to me talking about your squad beat my squad when you literally invest nothing in the squad. You don't have any affiliation with it. It's not your family school. You didn't go to the school. Nothing. You don't put any money into the school. You're not an NIL. You're not a no.
Was he rooting for the school? Has he been rooting for the school as long as you knew him?
I don't care. I don't
So
care.
you just want to, but the reason why you don't care is because he's coming at you because that team beat the team that you root for. Otherwise, you wouldn't even give a damn.
No. Listen to what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Listen to what I'm saying. Oh, okay. So you telling me if you have a situation where you've invested your time, your money, your effort into something, someone has invested nothing into something else, but someone else did, right? And then they're piggybacking off of what someone else invested in, talking about they whooped up on you. Talking about they again. Stop, because he doesn't want me to make the point that he knows this point.
No, you're diminishing his fandom though, because if he's
I don't care. That's
team,
fine.
that's his time.
Listen, his fandom is fine. His fandom is fine. He can have his fandom, but I'm explaining. Who's making that noise?
That noise because it's the bullshit that you're spewing right now, Greg.
His fandom is fine, but then but you can't fault me for diminishing his fandom. I don't care about his fandom because let me
you
finish.
Only don't care is because those teams played each other. If they didn't play each other, you would not be talking as greasy to
them. Again. If it's a situation where
he would say they beat my squad.
Again,
that's what he'd be saying.
So again, no, I did not. Actually, I did not. So let me fit. So are you just gonna keep trying to talk over me, or are you gonna let me finish?
Go ahead.
So again. So if it's a situation where I am actually I went to the school, I'm invested in the school through NIL, through boosters, through all of this, right? So for me, he can be a fan all he wants to. He can come on here and talk about they beat the squad and da. I'm just pointing out that the reason why I don't care about his fandom and what he's saying is because he has no investment in the school, period. So he can come on here and be a fan, and he can say, my squad beat your squad. But your squad didn't beat my squad because it's really not your squad. That's it. So you can go and say whatever you want to say.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago before y'all got your ass beat by Virginia, you're talking about y'all beat my team.
I said the same thing last year. I said the year before last. I said it 3 years ago. I said it 4 years ago. I said the same thing.
So it's my squad when you say that. But now
I've said the same. It's never been your squad. It's the team that you like.
When you say y'all win,
it's the team that you like. It's the team that you like. It's the team that you like.
Take your loss.
I've already took my loss. We lost to Miami.
Where's your Florida State hat at, though, man? Where's your Florida State hat?
He got it. He got it.
Go put it on. You gotta wear your hair right now.
Oh man, I have no problem with wearing my Florida State hat. I have no problem with wearing my hat, and I have no problem with someone trying to roast me. I'm just pointing to the reason why I don't take what he's saying serious. Like I don't take it serious. That's it.
Oh Lord, this guy.
Now, if an alumni was in here talking shit, that'd be different. There you go.
Now,
there you go. A true Bulls. Like, where your Bulls are. You a graduate from USF. Where your bullshit? I feel you. This man don't even talk about being. He don't even talk. He don't even talk about USF. You a graduate from USF. What are we talking about?
You don't even talk about FAMU.
Dude, I've went to FAMU games. What USF game you going to?
All people know about you is FSU.
What USF game you going to? What USF gear you got? What USF gear you got?
I got
USF Miami. USF, and what did you have on? Miami gear.
Yeah, because that's my squad.
This nigga's a graduate from fucking US.
What does that mean? I'm an
Yeah,
alumni.
but hold on 1 second. I got this, Jason. But check this out, though. There are plenty of people that I know personally that they grew up liking a team, but where they went to school wasn't where the school that they was rooting for because their life and their own career doesn't pivot to that particular school. So I mean, you got to stop doing this.
No, hold on. If you telling me that there's a squad that doesn't have any football presence, that makes sense to me. If your squad actually has a football presence, they didn't, but they do now.
They not,
but they do now.
Did they go to school to play football though, bro? They didn't go to school to play football, bro.
Who didn't? He did. What you talking about? He did.
Yeah, but was Miami taking him to go to school?
Dude, you keep trying to change the narrative, bro. You literally just said they didn't go to school to play football, and he did, and he did, and he literally did. Now you're trying to make another argument.
Did Miami say, "Hey, Jason, we want you to come to our university to play football"?
Who cares if they did or not?
I didn't get there.
Because it matters. Context matters. Because he went to USF because they provided the opportunity for him does not change who he grew up being a fan of.
Well, no, they didn't give him a scholarship either. What are you talking about?
It don't matter. He went to school where it was best beneficial for his life. That does not necessarily dictate your fandom of the team that you root for.
That's his issue. I can't help that he wasn't good enough to get on Miami team.
Now. It would be his issue otherwise, but it's your issue because the team that he likes, the team that you like, and you don't like him coming at your melon for that.
No. The team that he likes beat the team that I went to. Two different things, brother. Two different teams. No, you don't have no jurisdiction. You don't have no jurisdiction over me because a team that you like. You ain't even invested in that team. Stop it.
If they should have come back and won the game against Miami, you'd have been talking.
I wouldn't have said nothing to you. I wouldn't have said nothing to you because you're not even a graduate from the school.
You said 2 years ago.
You don't have no. You're not invested in the school, brother. You're not invested.
Forgot about that, huh?
You just a fan.
2 years ago, you were talking shit.
You just a fan. You're just a fan. You just a fan.
Then last year,
at the end of the day, we got the USF hat in the building right now. I need to go put on my Arkansas sweater, but I ain't got nothing to be proud of right now.
How you in the building cheering against your alma mater?
Easy.
Your alma mater. You're in the building cheering against your alma mater.
Okay.
So, hey,
good point.
Greg.
Good point. It's two teams. I'm gonna cheer against USF against.
Greg going below the belt.
No, cause bro, unbiased, you being whack right now because you know that's whack. You know that's whack. You know that's whack. You know that's whack.
No, Greg trying to say like during the weekend of Canelo Crawford when USF played Miami, Greg trying to get on Jason for that game, yo.
USF did play Miami. Who did you go for, Jason?
He was at the game with Miami gear on, cheering against his alma mater.
You should have played in neutral for that, man. You should have played in neutral, Jason.
Whack.
That is borderline diabolical, man.
Let me give you more context.
No, ain't no context.
I want to FAMU first. Transferred to USF to try to play football. I didn't like the head coach at USF.
Head coach not there no more. Head coach he's not there no more. He's not there no more.
That's a fact because I tried it. Oh boy, man, Levitt.
The way they treated walk-ons was shitty.
No, he trying to use an excuse from 30, 40 years ago. He about 67 years old. He trying to use an excuse from 30, 40, 50 years ago.
He can't tell the story, G.
No.
You nasty with the work right now.
Listen. Fuck that nigga story. Fuck his story.
Exactly. He hurt. He got nothing.
Listen.
Brother.
Listen. I don't care about it. Listen, the coach that was in place then is not there anymore. So why does that even matter?
So what the hell are you talking? You don't even know who it was, do you?
Jim Levitt. I know this story. You just said it 1,000 times.
Then you know the context, and that's why you're moving the goalposts right now. You know context on everything. Then you trying to change.
I know the context. Who cares?
Oh, you didn't graduate from the school, so you're just not your squad.
Hold on. The boxing source. Is Jim Levitt the coach today?
No.
So why does he have
to play for USF today?
I didn't talk.
So what? So what? But listen, today what we're talking about, the argument that you're making, we're talking about the fact that he's rooting against the team. You're not rooting against the team because the coach is there. Because he's trying to use He's trying to use that argument about the context. The context is the situation with the coach. The coach is not there. So you have no reason to root against the team today.
No.
Yeah, but it's like I went to USF. That's my team and all, but that ain't my team for real, for real. I grew up rooting for Miami.
Okay,
that's why I see it.
Okay,
but USF didn't have a football squad until '97.
Okay,
I was already in football since like '84, since I was a little kid, and I grew up a Hurricane fan for football.
Okay,
so how can I for USF when they didn't have a football squad?
So let me ask you this. Okay, so make this make sense, boy. So if you're such a big Miami fan, why aren't you giving the NIL or a booster?
I'm not giving nobody no NIL.
Okay. Because he's just a fan. He's just a fan. That's it. That's it.
But you're using that. But the only reason why you're using that, G, though, is to diminish the fact that the team beat your team, though. Cut it out,
that's not. I'm biased. I've been saying this for the last few years, bro.
Oh, so you say this about every single game he root for, though? So you just telling
No. When he starts to try to poke his chest out anytime, because there's been a couple times that Florida State we dog walked them in 23. I wasn't even talking about it. Dog walked them. I didn't talk about it because again, he's just a fan. He's just a fan. He's just a fan. It's not like it's alumni going at it. It's not like it's alumni going at it. No, seriously. It's not like it's dude. Like, think about it. Think about it. Like, we talk about FAMU and all this stuff. It's like you got Jackson State versus FAMU, right? There's like this draw. Like, it's like our squad versus ours. He's just like the school. It's not his school. You get what I'm saying? It's not. It's just. He's just like the school.
You trying.
I respect.
It's cool.
I respect the attempt, but like honestly,
it's no attempt.
I can't even hold it against Jason right now.
Dog. Jason. He can try to hold his chest out all he wants to. I just don't acknowledge it. It's just it is what it is.
Because y'all me ain't real. Bro, I've been dealing with Miami stuff since day one.
It's not real. It's not real for me.
In 20 years, bro, and I've been dealing with it. You've been coming at me for 20. You come at me for 20 years when they've been losing.
It's real for you.
Losing. Now, son, it's not my squad when they beat you.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't even talk to you about Miami. It's real for him. It's not real for me.
Oh, you know what's so funny? You know what's so ironic about this? The Greg and the guy that brought your last championship, if I'm not mistaken, is the same guy that say eat them W's, and that's what Jason doing right now. He eating W's like James Winston right now.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, Greg. I'm sorry.
Like I said, it's that whole situation is not even real for me. So that's if that's funny for y'all, that's cool.
Entire fandom, Jason. That's nasty work right now.
No. Hey, again, you're not listening. I recognize his fandom. I just see it as fandom. It's just fandom. That's all I see it as. It's just fandom.
Also, if you don't put no money on the books for him, so you can't talk, is what you're saying. If you don't put no money on the books, if you ain't got no
no. What I'm saying is that
you put everyone on the boost if they boosters or not to be a true fan or not. That's what you do.
Being contributed to the program. Is that what it is?
When you're ready for me to talk, I'll talk. So, I'm not saying anything about you can be a fan. That's your prerogative, right? You can be a fan. But there's only so much of it that like it's going to bother me when you're just a fan. That's all I'm saying, right? So after a certain point, it's like, my squad won. Okay. And then it's if you keep trying to go, it's like, okay, you're a fan. That's it. That's all it is. It's like it's a fan. You're a fan. Like if you don't have a vested interest in a team, it's not like it's like it's gonna bother me to a certain extent after some point. It's just like, come on, man. You didn't go to the school. is not really it's not, you don't have, I'm not saying that you have to be a booster, but come on, there has to be something beyond just buying the t-shirt. Like if you went to the school, I get it, and you're not a booster, I get it. But if it's just you buy the t-shirt, you didn't go to the school, you're not an NIL, you're not a booster, it's like, then it's like, okay. That's it. That's it. It's like, okay. For me.
Hey, dude,
for me.
Whatever makes you sleep good with the big L, you know, S, but L,
hey, it's not what makes me feel good because I don't like taking the L. I don't like having the L. But all I'm saying is that what you say doesn't really do much to me. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
Me been talking about this for the last 20 minutes
because it's been a point of conversation. What are you talking about? It's been the point of conversation.
You bothers you.
Yeah, maybe I should have brought it up.
Okay.
Boxing source.
Okay.
Brought it up.
Okay. Well, Unbiased has been trying to keep it going. You just brought it up, but in reality, I don't really care. I thought it was funny. I thought it was a funny conversation, actually. So, entertaining. But anyway, where are we at? 6:09.
Sorry, before we leave, when the game ended, did you not care?
I cared about losing. I don't give a shit about what Jason thinks. That's the part that you're not understanding. I don't give a shit about what Jason thinks. That's the problem.
I'm gonna record the next time we talk about this shit. I'm gonna make sure that
I don't give a fuck about what Jason thinks. He's just a fan.
Oh man.
With a W.
Anyway. Okay.
Were you talking about Gervonta or what was going on before that?
We were talking about I think we were talking about Crawford.
Oh, okay.
But we should talk about Boots. He's up next.
Yeah, Boots
what
next
does
week.
He have to do in this fight to not get any slander?
He's gonna get slander regardless.
No, if he gets a knockout in 5 rounds, ain't no slander.
He's gonna get slander regardless.
But the amount of slander will be a little different if he goes in, looks spectacular, gets a knockout, then he calls out the champions. Because I personally think Baru was his next fight. So
that's not a champion at 154. That's the champion at 154, right?
Yeah, that's the WBA. And this fight is the WBA eliminator.
He just had an upset fight.
Yeah,
because he beat Tellez. Baru did.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's more about how he performs next Saturday or whatever it is. And if he gets like an easy win, then they'll say like, "Hey, all right," because this might be ending up for the interim WBA title. This fight coming up, so we'll see. Like if Boots wins this, then he'll go right after the world champion next. It's just about like if he's gonna go off the momentum of his fight against Iamana Stanionis, because he pretty much beat up Stanionis in that fight in April.
Hold on, Shelton. Let me get Shelton more off of mute. I'm sorry, I missed the last thing you said. The boxing story. What was that?
No, I was saying there with Boots is having that performance that he did against Stanionis in April. Like he's trying to, carry off from that momentum there in this upcoming bout. So, I mean, there's like, he still has a lot of expectations behind him. So he has to be able to show that against Luis Molina.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think he has to look good in this fight coming up. And I think, honestly, and you guys tell me if you feel differently about this, but I think Boots is a little too passive in like how he calls people out. Like I think he needs to be more aggressive in calling out champions and moving in that direction. And I think that's why he's getting some of the slander that he gets.
Yeah, but it's not been in his nature. Like he wasn't built up like that. His brothers weren't like that, so he ain't gonna be, much different. So
yeah, I get it, but that's part of the reason why he's getting it.
Like the thing is, he kind of like does it mostly like behind the scenes. Like the thing for the Stanionis fight, like he really pushed to have that fight because he wanted to at least 1 unify or 2 actually be the champion at 147. So with that, he's like, okay, y'all make that happen. I ain't gonna really do much else until y'all make that happen. Now, here being at 154, it's like, okay, now I want to make a statement at 154, get this fight out the way, and then after that, go after the world champion 154 and get big fights after from that.
Yeah. What were you saying, Shelton Moore?
Those bros on the move still.
I said, why that man can't just be himself and fight, man? Why he got to do?
Yeah, we're losing you. We're losing your voice.
Beat
You
people up.
driving
If you
in the
straight
bad
keep beating
section
people
to
up,
your
you'll
service
get what you
provider.
got coming.
Yeah, but you know what? Then you get into the same situation that the whole Terrence situation
You'll
with.
get what you got coming.
No, just fight the fights, Greg. That's all he got to do. Is Boots has got to fight the fight.
Yeah,
If
you
he
can fight the
fights,
fights.
everything else will take care of himself.
It worked.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. It worked out. I think it worked out fine for Terrence, right? I think it worked out fine for him, right?
It worked out fine, but he's still talking about being a victim too when he wasn't a victim.
He wasn't talking about being a victim. He's telling you the circumstances and how things played out, and the fact that you want to deny
that's
that
y'all
actually
saying that. He
happened
ain't never
is
said that.
diabolical.
No,
He
he
ain't
was
never
a
said that.
no. He's done a lot of crime by being a victim and being. Yeah.
Why don't you why don't you debunk anything that he said then?
Oh,
Why
we
don't
have
you debunk
debunked
anything
it.
that he said? Why don't you prove what he said wasn't true?
We
Everything
have
he said
debunked it.
happened.
We have to. I just debunked it on here. You
Everything he
can't
said happened. So
No.
what's the problem?
I just debunked it. You can't sit up and say PBC blocked you and then sue
What?
your promoter.
Debunk what?
Why can't you say? Why can't? How you debunked it? Last time I
They
checked, when they
did.
first was offering the fight, they was offering no guarantees, no nothing, dog. So what are you talking about? And they tried to make a Keith Thurman fight. If it wasn't for Errol Spence, what would have happened? Errol
So can I
Spence stood up to the
so
tape.
so can I
How you
speak?
debunk it, Greg?
Can I
Help
speak
me out
without
here.
you? Can I
I'm
speak
sorry.
without you guys interrupting me?
Keith Thurman, when he had the belts, hold on. Keith Thurman, when he had the belts, went so far as to say the WBO wasn't even a real belt. Keith Thurman said that.
Can I speak after? I'm going to speak.
So
Can
come
I?
on,
Can I speak on it? Can I speak uninterrupted? Okay. So the boxer source, I want you to tell me if I'm wrong in what I'm saying. So how can PBC be blocking Terence Crawford, and then Terence Crawford turns around and sue his promoter for not being able to make the fight? Those two things cannot also be true. Because theoretically, if PBC was actually blocking the fight, then his promoter is not fucking at fault.
Yeah, you can't.
Period.
You can't bring the suit.
So he doesn't have a. Yeah, exactly. So you don't have a. So you don't. Those two things contradict. So you guys. So I don't care. You can't go down. You can go down all this rabbit hole bullshit that you guys are about to go down. List 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And if he was able to sue Bob Arum and had a legitimate lawsuit, then PBC couldn't have been blocking.
You know why I'm finna
Done.
nip what you talking about in the bud, bro? The part of his contract was to fight 2 times a year, right? And he didn't fight 2 times a year. He was supposed to get a certain amount. Let me get these bars off before you shake your head. That was part of the lawsuit, so I'm not gonna let you shake your head.
No, the lawsuit, the main premise of
two times a year, and Bob promised him that Errol Spence fight, even though the fact remains that they wasn't playing ball on PBC side, even though you want to try to argue it down. That's the facts, Greg. That's the facts, Greg. Whether you like it or not.
Bullshit.
It ain't bullshit. It ain't bullshit. It's fact shit. The rift between.
I'm muting you right now because that's bullshit. Go ahead, the boxer swords. Go ahead, tell the truth.
Here's the issue with the thing with Terence Crawford, because number one, him signing with not only Top Rank, but also having the management of Cameron Duncan, that kind of limited him on multiple fronts. Now, the thing about Terence Crawford was he had the opportunity to not re-sign with Top Rank, but he ended up doing that anyway. That's one. Number two, there was one point where they could have worked together to at least set up a fight before the whole thing with Errol Spence Jr. They had an opportunity to work together for a fight between Terence Crawford and Danny Garcia. And this is after Danny Garcia lost to Sean Porter. And they didn't necessarily go after or go through the proper channels to negotiate that fight with Danny Garcia. And that's how he ended up fighting Amir Khan. But the whole thing about it is that mainly, I would say part of why Terence Crawford put in a lawsuit in the first place was because they were able to eventually get the deal done with Terence Crawford and Sean Porter, who was a PBC fighter. So it's like, how can you not make all of these other fights with these guys within PBC or Heyman Boxing that are at the top of the welterweight division, but only wait until the end? Now, again, that wasn't the only time that they worked together to make a fight. They had other guys within Heyman Boxing that Terence Crawford has fought while at 140 pounds before he even went to 147. So the thing about it is like, if you can't necessarily enter negotiations for these guys, it's not that all of these guys were ducking them. No, it's that a number of people within Top Rank didn't go through negotiations to have those fights in the first place. So that's on Top Rank.
That was on Top Rank. So that the narrative that PBC was blocking him is BS. And Terence Crawford's lawsuit, the premise of that lawsuit also was that Bob Arum was supposed to deliver the Errol Spence fight. So this whole 2 fights a year, all that's crap. So
Greg,
let's
now respond
not
to Boxing Source though, because you said something interesting, and I'm not
go
going to
ahead.
dispute the first time with
Go
Danny
ahead.
Garcia. How about the second time when he decided to fight Adrian Granados instead of taking the $3 million guaranteed up front before the pay-per-view backside? What about that situation, Boxing Source? Where Danny Garcia's dad was like, "Why he worried about us? Worry about your side, and you getting offered a whole lot more money than what you end up taking to fight Adrian Granados."
What time period was that?
Right before he fought Adrian Granados. The fight that Danny Garcia took Adrian Granados, he had $3 million guaranteed with pay-per-view upside.
When did they
For
send
Terence Crawford, Danny Garcia had that on the table.
Here's the thing with that, right? Again, like I was saying with Danny Garcia, after his fight against Terence Crawford, right? What ended up happening with not Terence Crawford, with Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, right? That was the actual period, right? Because what happened was they had initially negotiated to try to go after a fight with Danny Garcia, but they didn't go through the proper channels. That's why Danny Garcia himself said, "You know what to do, call Al. Don't go to us, call Al, because he's the one that signs off on who we fight and everything like that." So the thing with Terence Crawford was, in his team, is that they didn't go through Al in order to make that fight. Whatever offers or whatever it was, it didn't go to Al. So that's why you ended up seeing the whole thing with, after Sean Porter fight for Danny Garcia, that's how we ended up fighting Adrian Granados, and that's how Terence Crawford ended up fighting Amir Khan.
Yeah,
Greg,
my
can you
whole
hear me?
yeah, we can hear you go. And I'm gonna let you get in here real quick. My only thing is the situation with Boots. I don't want him to be in a situation where it's like similar to Crawford. Crawford, this whole narrative, this victim thing, he was not blocked. He decided to re-sign with Top Rank, and he re-signed with Top Rank because it gave him guaranteed money. And that didn't do, and Bob Arum wasn't able to deliver on what it was that he was trying to deliver on, and that's just what it was. And so again,
Greg, can I ask you a
Crawford's
quick
good.
question? Was
Go ahead.
PBC lining up to sign Terence Crawford at the time? Because when Terence Crawford signed, he had a year left in his deal. He just re-upped it and added to
They
the
wanted
deal.
they wanted to sign him.
But I don't remember
PBC wanted to
PBC
sign him.
lining up to sign him, though. I just don't remember that in that time frame.
PBC wanted to sign him. They wanted to sign him. Now they weren't going to get, but the problem was the model that PBC was using. He wanted the guaranteed money. The PBC model was different. You had to sell. You had to sell. Anyway, Golden, go ahead.
What's up, gentlemen? How y'all doing today?
How are you, sir?
Good evening, sir.
Oh, I'm blessed. I'm good. Now, first thing first. Y'all dead wrong about that lawsuit. Y'all are dead wrong about the lawsuit. Grim hit it on the head. Part of the lawsuit, the contract with PBC with ESPN, when he re-signed with Bob Arum, he was guaranteed 2 fights a year. Bob Arum did not live up to his part of the bargain. Also, he guaranteed him that Errol Spence fight. Terence was getting $3 million per fight. Okay, guaranteed. That's why he on a Super Bowl for $10 million, because there were 3 fights he was supposed to have gotten he did not get, and the other million he guaranteed him $1 million that he would give him the fight with Errol Spence. He did not deliver that. That's where the $10 million come from. That it had nothing to do with nothing else. That's where the $10 million came from.
Yep, 3 fights a year for 3 years.
That's why he told Bob.
So guys, I got the information up here. I got the information up here. You guys are misrepresenting the information.
Hold on, Brown. Hold on. It was $3 million per fight, 2 fights a year. In the 3 years that he only had 3 fights. Okay, so Bob owed him in addition $9 million, and he guaranteed him $1 million. He would pay him $1 million if he couldn't get the Spence fight, and he did not deliver on the Spence fight. That's why he sued him for $10 million. That's how the $10 million came in that part right there.
So
and everything else, what y'all talking about, PBC wasn't trying to get a man a fight. Danny Garcia ducked that man. Ain't no such thing in that. No. He didn't want to fight Bud. He ran for Bud from 140. He ducked Victor Post at 140 and Bud ran at 147. Then when Bud came up to goddamn 147, they offered Danny Garcia his biggest payday. Danny Garcia ducked that fight. That's key for the buck. Nobody in the PBC wanted to fight Bud.
It was his highest guarantee. It was his highest guarantee. At that moment in time, it was his highest guarantee. It was. But he ended up getting the Spence fight, so they ended up being, he ended up getting paid well. But at the time, that was his highest guaranteed offer in his career at that moment in time. So we are doing that, Boxing Source. That's a fact. That's not a
you're doing it wrong. What did I say? Again, all they had to do was go through the proper channels in order to make that fight. They didn't do that. How are they able to do that for Sean Porter, but not able to do that for Danny Garcia? That's number one. Now, number two, you talk about the lawsuit and the details of the lawsuit, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he was supposedly promised 2 fights a year.
Right.
Or 2 fights a year for those 3 years. Now,
yes, sir.
The end of that deal was what, 2021? Correct or not?
I think so.
Okay, so
he fought Sean what, 21. His last fight was with Sean.
It was November. It was November 2021.
November 2021. Okay, so then that would go back to 3 years: 2019, 2020, and 2021. 2019, he had 2 fights: Amir Khan and Gidijis Kavaliauskas. 2020, 1 fight. It's 2020, so it is what it is. 2021, 1 fight. So after all that, you basically just get 2 years where you only had 1 fight. That's probably why he ended up having a settlement in reference to that. But either way, in one instance, there really wasn't much that they could do because of 2020. Like, everybody was affected by that. Okay, so as long as they were able to get 1 fight, cool. 2021, you may have had a case, but the thing about it is that it also goes into the other part of that lawsuit where they would attempt to try to make that Errol Spence fight, and they didn't do it. So that's where you would have Terence Crawford having a case against Bob Arum. But the other thing is that Bob Arum is saying, like, look, we got you this deal, we got you these guarantees where it's what, $3 million minimum for a guaranteed fight, right? But at the same token, as a promoter, if you're not getting the proper returns for that guarantee, you're going to be less inclined to try to make fights that could seem like it's going to be a big fight because you don't want to risk that loss. So Bob Arum was basically stuck on that situation because one, he would have to pay that high guarantee, and then two, if he pays that high guarantee and continues to lose money, then it's going to be all on his books. This is not much different than what ended up happening with them years later with Shakur Stevenson. High guarantee, not much on the return.
Now, Boss Sauce. Let's back up. The fallout came in. I think I'm trying to remember what fight that was.
I know where it was, Golden. It was the fight with Brooke, bro, because it was in front of no audience. And
he tried to get Terence Crawford
to take a pay cut.
Money, take a pay cut, and Bob bucked on him. That's where Bob came out with that BS, talking about he lost some money on Bud. He could build a mansion.
That was all sour grapes. That was all because he didn't take a pay cut for the fight during COVID versus Kell Brook. Because that's where he took a loss, was the Kell Brook fight.
That's on Bob Arum.
Kell Brook fight. That's on Bob Arum. But see, Bob Arum, and see what you were saying, Bob Arum, the situation here with that lawsuit, that man had every rights in the world. Bob stuck his foot in his mouth. And a lot of people talk Bud didn't sell it. At that time, Bud did the right thing. If I'm paying you as my promoter, I don't have to go out there and promote myself. That's what any fighter, period. That's a promoter job.
That's not true.
He should have went out there. Yes. If you is my promoter and I'm paying you, that's your job to promote me.
No, that's not true.
If I have to go out there and promote myself, yes. If I have to go out there and promote myself,
that's not true.
Then I don't need you.
No, that's not true.
What you mean that's not true? That is true.
A promoter's job is to promote the fight, not you. You have to promote yourself outside of a fight, brother.
No. If you want to go back, let's go back in the day when Don Kane was out there. Them guys didn't promote themselves. The promoter promote themselves. They earned their money.
Wrong.
They earned their money. Don Kane them hyped the fights up. That's just like, listen. They had
the fights.
It's not the fighter position. It's not the fighter job to go out there and sell the fight. It's a promoter job. Look what Turk doing. Look what Turk has done since she's been in there. Turk has promoted the fight, put big things out there, draw people attention to the fight. If you don't, if the promoter ain't doing a job, then why I'm paying you all the damn money?
Turkey is more of like a financier, and he's getting the backing of the whole country because they're trying to boost tourism to Saudi Arabia. So as long as they have that money, they're going to put that towards fights, not fighters, but basically fights.
Jason Williams, you are correct.
Now, here's the thing. I've said this all across the board when it comes to fighters. They're sole proprietors in that they are the ones that have the choice as far as like their trainers, who they spar with, who their promoter is, etc. So if you are entering an agreement and sign a contract with the promoter, that means both of y'all have stipulations that you have to agree to. Now, the thing is, a lot of these promoters are basically what? Attorneys or lawyers. So they have language in there that, hey, just being honest, a lot of fighters don't necessarily understand and they don't have the time to read over it. All right. So with that being said, you as a fighter know that the promoter not only deals with you, but deals with a multitude of other fighters, right? So that is why in a lot of cases, you also have to put in the work in order for people to see you fight. How is it any different than a Tyson Luke Fury going out and being all crazy and doing all the stuff that he does, right? Or what Floyd Mayweather did while he was with Bob Arum, and then eventually Golden Boy.
That's why Floyd left Bob Arum.
Right. But the thing about it is,
that's why Floyd left Bob Arum, because Bob Arum wasn't doing the job.
But the thing about it is that if you're gonna go by that, right, then you have a history of that. Floyd Mayweather wasn't the first one to leave Bob Arum like that. Oscar De La Hoya did it. So if you're seeing these other guys doing it, why weren't you doing it? So that's
because at the time, listen. At the time, if you look at it, when Bud moved up to 147, they shut Bud down. The PBC didn't even recognize Bud as a champion with the WBO. Them boys weren't even allowed to say anything about Terence Crawford's name.
That is not necessarily why
that's just correctly.
That's not.
You guys are just regurgitating narratives, man.
You know what the issue was, right?
Yes.
Do you know what the issue was with
the issue was with PBC? Listen, the issue was they didn't want nothing. They was afraid Bud gonna come over there and clean up everything. I heard you mention earlier about the Sean. Hold on. I heard you mention earlier. Sean Porter was the only one that had the nuts to step across from PBC to ESPN and fight Bud. That was his last fight, his biggest guarantee of the $4 million. Okay, Sean Porter. Everybody else over PBC did not want to fight Bud. Period. None of them did. Al Hammond, if you look at Al Hammond, kept all his fights in-house. And none of the boys fought. Nobody barely fought anybody else if they wasn't with the PBC. And that's a fight. Thinks I got some static?
Hold on. Please continue. Please continue, sir. Please continue.
No, somebody said think I got some static. I don't want to mess up the show if I got static. But the point is
a little bit.
That's how it is. Huh?
A little bit of static. Just a little bit.
Okay. But anyhow, that's the problem with that was because they didn't want to fight this man. Everybody and their mama know that.
No, just
until
you.
Bud left. Until Bud left Bob Aaron and stopped promoting himself. That's when they still didn't want to fight this man. If Earl would have did what he did, we would have never got a fight. Al Hammond did not want Earl to fight, but Earl went against the grain. And that's a fact. That's
not true either.
If it wasn't for Earl, yes, it is true. If Bud
no, it's not.
That's what Bud told Earl. Bud told Earl, if it wasn't for you, we would have never got this fight. We would have never got a fight. Earl went against the grain. We would have never got that fight because Earl can go ahead on and fight Canelo. Earl went against the grain.
Yes, Errol did. Errol did go against the grain, but that's no. So there's a couple of things that I want to add to this, man. So number one, a promoter's job is to promote, and I'm looking this up. A promoter's job is to promote the fighter and the fight during the fight. When there is no fight, the promoter's job is not to promote the fighter. That becomes the manager's job and the fighter's job.
Right.
So the promoter's job. So when you guys keep talking about Bob Arum's job and he needs to do his job, he did his fucking job promoting the fucking fight.
No, he didn't.
Terence Crawford.
Bob ran to promote the fight. He didn't put no money in that shit.
So again, the promoter's going to put the money into the fight that he thinks he can get out of the fight. The fighter has a responsibility to actually help to build his own fucking brand. And like you guys think that the fighter, all they have to do is come and fucking fight. That's not true. There's a reason why you saw Floyd on Dancing with the Stars. There's a reason. Because you have to.
You saw Floyd Mayweather in WrestleMania against the Big Show.
Exactly. You have to build your brand outside. No, Golden. We gave you some chance.
Hold on, Greg.
Nah.
Greg. Greg. Hold on, Greg. If you look at it, Greg, let me tell you something. If you are my promoter and I'm paying you, Greg.
You don't understand it, bro. You don't understand it.
Hold on. I understand very well. You say what you say is true. When it comes down to the fight, it's the promoter's job to promote that fight and promote the fighter. Okay? That's the promoter's job. Outside of the fight, ain't got no fight going on. I ain't got to go out there and promote myself for shit until my next fight. When my next fight come out, that's my manager. That's the promoter job.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Greg, you just said it.
No, I did not. No, I did not.
Hold on, Greg.
Hold on a second.
You just say out your mouth. Hold on, Greg. You just say out your mouth. When it's time for the fight to come up to be made, it's the promoter's job to promote the fight and the fighter, which is true. You just said that.
Okay, so you're not listening to me, go. So you're not listening to me, go. You gotta let me talk.
When I don't have a fight, when I don't have a fight, I don't have to promote myself. The promoter don't have to fight. He don't have to do nothing.
No. So
100% correct.
No, Golden, you gotta let me finish, man. So I said that the promoter doesn't have to do anything, but I also said after that it becomes the manager and the fighter's job to build his brand outside of a fight. That's his job. That is the fighter's job. Mm-hmm. The fighter does not get to just sit the fuck around and not do nothing but fight. That's not how it works. And so that's what Terence Crawford tried to do, and that's why his brand is what it is.
Errol Spence did the same damn thing, man. Neither one of them put themselves out there like that. I don't know why y'all funny.
Is that it? With it being boxing, like the promoter has a job to promote the fight. Why? Because in some cases, they could have to turn right around the next day and get themselves prepared to promote another fight or another fight card. Okay, because they have to handle multiple fighters while those guys are being signed under their promotional company. For example, we got something coming up October 11th. Jerome Boots Ennis, Luis Malima, Matchroom Boxing. Hey, Eddie Hearn this week, all about Jerome Boots Ennis, right? After that, he'll have another fight that he'll have to prepare for or, promote and everything like that. Outside of someone really much asking him about Jerome Boots Ennis, he ain't really going to talk about it because he has a multitude of other fighters that he has to handle. No different than Bob Arum and Top Rank. It's always happened ever since they basically started. So once you get to a point where you're like, okay, you know what? As a fighter, if I feel like I'm not earning enough being under a certain promotional company, then I'm going to see if I could take my talent somewhere else. That happens all across the board. So that's the whole thing with Terence Crawford. That was one issue. The other thing that you were talking about in reference to Sean Porter. Sean Porter was a WBO mandatory challenger, and the WBO had to name him the challenger because Vergil Ortiz Jr., who was supposed to be the number one contender, and the mandatory didn't end up facing him. So they went down the line, and then it ended up being Sean Porter as the mandatory challenger. So that was the other thing there, okay? And the thing about it is that in-house fights happen all the time. It really happens that you see cross-promotional fights because it costs a lot of money, and it's a lot of money that they put at risk in order to make those fights happen, unless it's something where it's like, oh, you know what? Hey, I'll rent out a fighter for someone else to face. Outside of that, you don't see like two top level guys in different promotional companies facing each other because they don't want to take that risk. This whole thing with Turki Al-Sheikh is a new thing. Why? Because they got their Saudi money, so they could go ahead and just say, hey, you know what? We'll put some money in there. That ain't nothing. So that's why you got all of these fights between all of these guys here, because they got the money. Outside of that, you never really see that here in boxing.
Hey, boxing source. What was Fury and Wilder 2 and 3?
Fury and Wilder 2 and 3. Fury and Wilder 2 and 3 was an agreement between Top Rank and PBC with the backing of ESPN and Fox, because they had the money behind that. So they put that money behind it, seeing if they were going to make it, a big entity. So they put in, what is that? About $20 million or so per fighter for each fight. So that was a lot of money that they invested for those events to happen.
Boss of Sauce, I'm going to ask you a question. I hear what you're saying. But when Bud was at 140, they did, PBC and ESPN did cross-promotional fight with Terence Crawford to fight PBC fighters. They did that. He fought a couple of PBC fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The problem didn't come until when Bud came over there at 147 when they stopped trying to promote that bullcrap. Because once Bud became a threat to them, and they see they froze this man out. They even did it at 154. Listen, even now, even at 154, they pull the same bullshit When Buzz came out to 154, he was a super champion in WBO. The first thing he did was activate his mandatory super status to fight Tim Tszyu. And what did he do? They came with the bullshit, PBC, and threw Keith Thurman in the mix. The boy from fighting Buzz. Okay, Buzz stepped back. Buzz supposed to fight the winner of Bondur and Tim Tszyu. And he's the super champion at the WBO. And what did they do? After the fight, Earl jumped his ass up in the ring. Because they know if Buzz get at that fight and get that belt, the ass was done. They didn't have no control of shit.
Bro, what are you talking about?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, no, I don't know what you're saying.
No. Here's the issue.
How PBC manipulated to keep Buzz doing what he
Boxersaurus, real quick. Let me just say this. So number one, that doesn't even make any sense because he went up to he went up and activated the WBO Super Championship. Arrow hopping in the ring doesn't mean anything because he was still getting the opportunity through the WBO. Subsequent to that, the WBA did something that was unprecedented, right? Allowing him to fight for the WBA title while becoming the WBO interim champion. So how the hell did the PBC do anything to block him at 154 when he had basically all the sanctioning bodies doing everything for him? Stop it, bro. Stop it.
Go ahead.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Terence Crawford was the undisputed welterweight champion. That includes, yes, the WBO Super Championship at 147 pounds. When he made the announcement to move up to 154, he had the opportunity to compete for the WBO Championship at 154 pounds. As Greg said, it didn't matter with Errol Spence Jr. stepping in the ring. That made no difference. You could still activate your mandatory status and get first dibs. Here's the problem. When they were supposed to go into negotiations, one thing happened on Sebastian Fundora's side, and then around that same time, something happened at Terence Crawford's side. What happened with Sebastian Fundora was they requested an injury exemption because of the status of him after his fight with Tim Tszyu. The only thing was Terence Crawford had already been in negotiations to fight Israel Madrimov from around that time. Okay, so Crawford was going to fight Madrimov, and you had Sebastian Fundora doing what he was doing. Okay, so then there's that. But what happened was Crawford fought Madrimov for the WBA world title and the WBO interim world title at 154 pounds that took place on August 3rd of last year. Terence Crawford won. Cool. Guess what happened after that? The WBO revisited the mandatory status of Terence Crawford for Sebastian Fundora. They went through supposedly the whole thing for negotiations or the time period. The purse bid was supposed to go through. Terence Crawford didn't go forward with that. Why? Because everyone knew at the time that wasn't his priority. So it wasn't anything about no PBC doing this or doing that with the 154-pound thing, because if that was the case, Terence Crawford would have followed through and had another fight. Actually, could have had another fight last year against Sebastian Fundora because the WBO ordered it.
Exactly. But hey, guys, I gotta wrap this one up. My apologies. I gotta get upstairs because my wife and the kids wait for dinner tonight. But no, I appreciate everybody that contributed to the channel today. It looked like it's just me and the Boxersaurus left, and I think even dropped. But yeah, appreciate everybody that contributed to the channel today, and shout out to Jason, who really is a bull. He is not a Miami Hurricane. He's just simply a bull. And I know you understand that too, the boxing. So he's just a bull, man. He's not a Miami fan. He's just, he's a Miami fan, but he's just a bull, man, at the end of the day. So appreciate everybody, man. And we'll be catching up with you guys next week. Salute. Peace.